He went into a trance and later claimed he was shown a vision of Earth's future where the oceans were gone. When he was pulled to the surface, he had strange geometric burns on his forearms that formed a...
We come in peace.
We want to suck your cocks.
That's all we want.
Cheers, boys.
Salud.
Do not.
Salud.
Yes.
Let me have a sip of this. Welcome back, everyone. Episode 190, our sci-fi themed special. I hope everyone had a good holiday. I was away for a little bit. You know, some crazy shit has already happened around the world, which I'm sure we'll touch on. DZ, explain to the people what we're going to be doing. You've got a cool idea for today's theme.
Well, it's 190. We're coming to you live from planet Zinnia. We're here. 190 episodes. Can you believe it? We've been doing this shit, boys. 190 episodes.
190, man.
There's another one. Salud.
Salud.
Compañeros.
How do you drink if you're an alien?
Through your butthole. Salud.
With your butthole.
All right.
Just doing butt chugs. Aliens invented butt chugging.
If you're it's normal chugging for them though. If you're a long time listener, you should know every 10 episodes we try to change it up a little bit, do a little bit of a theme, wear a mask for the intro, and play a little game. I got a little game, sci-fi game, that we'll play a little bit later after we do our our stories and intros and shit. And then we also did a big Q&A. So I've been for the past week hounding everyone to send us some questions. We got quite a few good ones. So yeah, that's a good way to start the year, I think, man. We're all back. We're all refreshed. Joey, how was your holidays? What'd you get up to?
Man, my holidays were all right, man, to be honest. It was just, it wasn't as, big of a blowout for New Year's, you know what I mean? I had more of a family. Sorry.
If you're watching on the YouTube, we're dressed up.
I can't look at...
I can't take any, I can't even see out of this thing. I'm just like...
Sorry.
These aren't going to last.
Because I love how you're just being so serious and I just looked over. The eyes are all like wonky and shit. Sorry. Continue.
Yeah, well, Christmas for start. It was all we always do. How do we do this?
We'll try one more time.
Yeah, Christmas on planet fucking Xandria was fucked this year, man. We had no holidays.
Oh, fuck.
Sorry. I can't look at you.
Okay,
go.
I think we can look at each other this whole fucking podcast.
Go. Go.
Okay.
I'm not looking at you.
So Christmas at Planet Xena. We always do heavily on the family stuff. Christmas, heavy.
Yeah.
Me and Tori had about 6 different family function things to go to.
Sorry. I've just seen your little mouth move and your eyes behind the fucking hole.
And then I could see DZ's mouth.
You look like you were in a balaclava. Like,
I can't even see myself in this.
Sorry.
I'm sweating my cunt off and shit in this as well.
This cunt's a lizard.
Continue.
Okay.
So me and my family of aliens, we really just made it full all family.
I think we have to take the mask off.
Yeah, I don't know how much we can do with this, bro. This is like, I can't look across and have a serious convo. Even you, like, I'm just like, your nose is exposed.
You got a big hole in the front of it. Mine's ripped as well.
Oh, fuck. Oh. All right, let me get through this.
All right. Sorry, everyone. All right.
Okay.
Continue.
Yeah, all we did was family shit, man. We didn't really do much, eh? Like, we just had 6 functions to go to in like a week, like different family events. And then for New Year's Eve, I don't know why, I'm 31 years old, but I have this thing where I can't let go of like wanting to be around friends on New Year's Eve. Like,
Yeah.
And I don't mean like
Yeah.
I have to get fucking shit-faced every New Year's, which sometimes they go hand in hand, you know. I stand by that. I'm 31 years old, but I don't know why I can't do it. Iggy's slowly looking over at me and I'm waiting for his look as well. Like, I don't know if I can do this, eh? I don't know if I can do it.
Wait. We'll put him back on for the game.
Wait. Holy shit. I don't know how aliens do it, bro.
How many abductions did you do?
Sorry. I did.
Oh, God.
Fuck it.
Sweating like a motherfucker in that thing.
Sorry.
Holy fuck.
Just looked at is the way
You do the slow pan, and my alien eyes were getting pressed in by the headphones.
We'll put him back on for the game.
Okay. Holy shit. Anyway, maybe you guys can hear us a bit better without being in the masks.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. Iggy looks like an alien velociraptor. That's the best way to put it. But yeah, man, always on Christmas we do family shit. But this New Year's, I promised my family that I'd spend it with them this time because for the last 8 or so years, I've spent it with friends.
Yeah.
And, you know, last year we spent it with friends, but it was more of a wholesome kind of getaway. It wasn't a full send-off, you know what I mean, in terms of going hard, like drinking and that. So I felt like, Tori felt like this year, you know, we'll do something with your fam. You know, you gotta, you know, keep to your word. You know what I mean? You say you're going to be there, just spend this New Year's with them. That is the last time I'm doing that.
Yeah.
Until I have a kid, right?
Yeah.
Because when you have a kid, that's even more reason to spend it with family because that's what you do, right?
Yeah.
But, you know, I was with my nieces and nephews, you know, I was with my 72-year-old dad, my 67-year-old mum, and my 72-year-old auntie, and my brothers and sisters, and all the nieces and nephews. So you got my dad falling asleep at the table at 9 p.m.
Yeah.
And then you got mum and her sister, like my auntie, just chilling. And like we had cocktail night, which was fun, but it wasn't like proper cocktail night. We made a few not let loose. And we spend every Sunday at my mum and dad's. It's like a ritual. We always do Sunday dinners.
Yeah, we're the same.
And because we were there, right, if I had went away with my family and did the same thing, it would have felt a bit better because you're like, oh, we're somewhere else. But it just felt like another Sunday night dinner.
Yeah.
And I was like, so bored, man. Like, I love every moment I get to spend with family, but for some reason, and Tori even said this, she goes, when are you going to kind of drop the whole, like, you know, thinking that New Year's Eve is some spectacular event? And I'm like, I don't think that, but I go, I don't know what it is within me. I don't know if you guys are the same. I know DZ isn't, but I need to be doing something that isn't just the norm for me. I don't know why. That'll end eventually when I have kids. Different boat. Even before Dove came into your life, right? You were kind of probably heading down that path already. But now with Dove, you're definitely on that path. But I am not. And I've accepted that. And I just said to Tori, listen, like, you think, like, Tori's the opposite. Tori's more like you. She's like, it's just another night, right? And I get that. But I'm not there yet. And I don't want to, like, fake being like, oh yeah, me too, when I'm not. So I said to Tori, I'm like, listen, I don't mind. She even said this, I don't mind if we split up on New Year's Eve and you do this, I do this. And I'm like, I don't like that either though. Like, I don't want to split up on New Year's. So I said to Tori, I'm like, you know, maybe next year we'll do something with our friends. She goes, Joey, it's barely midnight on New Year's Eve 2025 and you're already planning next New Year's. But I don't know, like for me, the holidays were great. Love spending Christmas time with family, but with New Year's for me, it's more of a with friends thing until you have kids.
Yeah.
And then do all the family shit you want.
Yeah. No, honestly, I agree. I've always done Christmas with family.
Did you do New Year's Eve?
I did New Year's Eve with friends this year. I was in Melbourne.
That's right.
Yeah, I was with a small gang of the crew, not the whole crew.
Yeah.
But maybe about 8 of us.
And how was that?
It was awesome. And again, we didn't get...
How's the weather in Melbourne? Because it's kind of bipolar sometimes.
It was weird. So 2 of our homies were already down there. Shout out to Tori and Josh. They're doing the whole like living out of their van thing. So maybe you might in the future we could do like a phone call interview with them. I reckon that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Give the fans some insight on what it's like to live that life.
What's the page called? Because it's very cool, man.
Aussie Travelers. Is it Aussie Travelers or
Aussie Travelers or something? I'll share the link in the YouTube.
You should follow them, man.
They're doing a whole year. They're doing a whole year around Australia,
living in their van,
which they've decked out. It's not just a Tarago that's a normal car. It was like an old ambulance truck that they transformed into a full thing.
So it was really cool. So it just so happened that they were there as well. So I was like, okay, awesome. So we met up with them, some other homies. And And we didn't get like shit faced. We didn't get lit. It was definitely one of more calmer New Year's, but it was still just so, I don't know. Like, I agree with you. Like, I love spending time with my family, but there's also like going out with your family and your friends is always going to be different.
It's different vibe.
It's so different.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So in Melbourne, like I said, we didn't get lit, but man, we're just hanging out.
Yeah.
We're drinking. We're going. We're hopping around. We're doing this. We can all, move. Like obviously, you got older people in your family, so they're not going to be wanting to hop around at different bars and shit like that.
It's like the difference between like a wake after a funeral and a birthday party.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Like where you know how the wake, no one's still crying. Like the funeral, people are crying, but the wake, people are just like, oh yeah, happy. But the vibes aren't like. High,
yeah.
But you could be sober or drunk with friends, and I feel like me personally, it's just a better vibe. That's no knock on the family.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
It's just different.
Yeah. No, but I agree, man. Look, I would like to do a New Year's with my family. You know, maybe, I don't know, a couple years
We've
next
done it
year.
before.
We've done it before.
We do the same
And
thing
how
as
was it?
Christmas.
That I can remember.
It's not bad, but it's just like, but it's not memorable either.
Yeah, but you know, with the homies. Like,
with the homies, yeah.
No, I agree. Yeah, I just feel like...
And did you call it? Did you pack it up early? Like I know you went to like a club or something.
No. So we went out midnight, seeing the fireworks, rooftop, boom, boom, boom. We hang out, and then we obviously say our goodbyes to Josh and Tori because they then they left at like probably 12:30 to go get their van and all this stuff, right? Say bye to them, and then the rest of us we went down, and then two of our homies went back to the room because they were already done for the day, and then me, my wife, and two other friends, we stayed out and we went to a club that was playing fucking R&B and shit. It was awesome. Like, bro, we walked into the club and they're playing...
Was that Revolvers or no?
No. One of the friends was trying to convince us to go there and I was like, nah, I'm not going there. It's like a 25-minute Uber from where we were and I'm not that lit to go to a fucking trance club where everyone's fucking on pills and shit. I was like, nah, I'm not that lit. But when we want like, and here's the thing about Melbourne, it's like so different to Sydney. Like, bro, no one was checking IDs. Even on New Year's Eve, we got to the club and even the rooftop bar we're at didn't ask for ID.
Do you reckon there's more leeway on New Year's Eve though with that?
No, I don't know.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's what I was thinking.
In Sydney, they fucking put your fucking shit in a box. They scan your face. They make you stand there. They ask you questions. If you look a bit too drunk, they question you. Like, these cunts are like, yeah, come in. I was like, oh, you don't want to check our ID? They're like,
what's the length of your foreskin? I want to know everything in Sydney.
In Melbourne, the secchi was like, no. I was like, oh. Well, I'm like, damn. And then I'm like,
should I? Give me your ID.
They know we're from Sydney.
Yeah.
And we walk into the club and they're playing dun, 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 like Justin Timberlake, Summer Love and shit, bro.
Yeah.
I walk up there, there's only like fucking 20 people in there, but everyone's fucking dancing to R&B and shit. I'm like, bro, this is sick. So we stayed for a bit, had some more drinks. Mind you, that homie the next morning was like vomiting and shit all day. So
Who was it?
he got lit, man. He got lit. He accidentally kicked the waitress in the face and shit. He was doing the worm on the dance floor.
Oh my God.
As he's come up with his feet, he's kicked her in the face and she just looked at him with the filthiest look. And I was like, dude, I said, if this was Sydney, you would have had like 7 security guards all over you, kicking you out. But they didn't kick us out. They're just like all laughing and shit. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? This is crazy.
And then you got in before 12 or?
No, we'll probably better like maybe 1:30,
Yeah, nice.
maybe 1:30.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, it's just that slow pace. We're just hanging out. We're kind of just cruising.
Do they do the countdown in the club at all?
I think they did it. I think they did in the rooftop. Yeah, they did.
Nice.
Yeah, fireworks, nothing like Sydney, but still, it was a cool vibe.
Yeah.
Cool vibe. You know, like just hanging out with friends, drinking, laughing. We're fucking reminiscing on the good old days. Like it's just cool, man. Like, I don't know. It's a weird one because I feel like some people, right? Some people, we're only all 30, but some people think we're like 45.
Yeah.
But then there's some of us that are still kind of like in that like 25-year-old mindset. But when you think of it, I'm a bit like that too. I have two moods.
I don't think I'm 31, man.
Yeah, I have two moods. Like if you get me in the right mood, I will fucking party and send it and drink and I don't give a fuck like I'm 20 years old.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, but then there's other times I'm like, oh my God, like I'm 30. Like I don't want to do this. I want to just stay home. But then I'm like, I'm only 30.
Yeah.
I'm not 45 years old. I don't have 6 kids. I'm like, why has it become, and you know what it is? It's because so many of us went so hard when we were 20.
Yeah, well, we feel
that
50.
Now we've got to 30 and our bodies are like, dude, our bodies feel like they're 50 years old.
It's already been 10 years of that shit. Like,
Yeah, we've been doing that shit for 10 years. But because we've been doing it so hard in the pain, now we're all 30, we're all like, fuck. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Look
So-
like that Asian guy from Inception. You know how he gets stuck in the stuck in the thing at the end. He's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, what about you, DZ? How was your holidays, my friend?
Yeah, well, good, man. Like, kind of like you said, Joey, it's like, for us, it's never really been a big deal. But I have this thing. I don't know if anyone has this thing. I don't know if it's fucking OCD or what. But on the 31st, I have to make sure the house is as spotless and in order as possible when I go into the new year.
For the new
so I
year.
want empty bins. I want the bins empty. I
Yeah.
want the bed. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So I spent all day on the 31st doing that. And then did a cracker job, bro. I was so happy with it. Like, that's why this year's going to be a good year.
Yeah, because I can
That's
imagine.
what
I
I
can
like.
imagine in the very, 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 very exaggerated version of that. Imagine if your house looked like a brothel, like it was like messy as there was a heroin needle in the corner, and you see that you look there and you're like, this is gonna be my year.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
As in,
Like-
you are. It's like you want the vibes to be good, and what you see
As
around
clear,
you,
fresh.
Yeah, fresh. You know what I mean? Like.
Because imagine that you had the brothel house, and then you go into the next year. It's like, and then you're going, "This is my year. I'm
Yeah.
going to do all this shit," and
Which-
then your house looks like that. Like,
Which I know I'm contradicting myself here, but sometimes if you find yourself, some people go so hard in the pain of New Year's, and next minute you end up at some random's house that you're not even close with, and then someone's vomiting in the toilet, but he didn't make it to the toilet, so he's vomiting in the sink, and then you're like, oh, you feel like shit, and then you're like, it's 12:30, and you're like, oh, it's just another night,
Yeah.
and I'm
at some
and you-
stranger's house.
yeah, you know what I mean. So, or like
There's
you
cooked cunts everywhere.
get those wholesome moments where you're at home with Rose, Dove, this and that, and your house is spotless. You know,
It was the best.
It's-
And
yeah.
I try to do it every year, and this year was the best I've nailed it. Like,
Yeah.
the bins were empty, everything was perfect. But then we were like, all right, what are we doing? Last year as well, 2024 into 2025, we went to Panthers just to do the 9 o'clock shit. And it was all right. But then this year, last minute, we're like, oh, because we already said to our daughter, we're like, maybe we'll go see the fireworks. And once she got that in her head, she wouldn't let it go. So we're like, fuck, we got to go. And the parking, it is a nightmare, dude.
Yeah, where
yeah.
did you park for
Awful,
that?
bro. You know the paceway thing, and it's got that dirt fucking oval thing, and it's like the fence. We had to park after like an hour of driving
All the way
around.
there.
We had to park like not even in a spot, like next to the fence of the oval, like just
gosh.
there on
Yeah.
the pitch there. Like,
and Penrith's booming now, so it's probably
Yeah,
even
it was-
busier.
it was
Apparently,
crazy.
the fireworks there weren't that great.
well,
or-
therefore, we got there, right? We got there like fucking 15 minutes to 9, right? And then we lined up for one ride. It was packed, people everywhere. Lined up for one ride. Took like fucking 20 minutes. As we're getting on the ride, as the ride started, the fireworks were happening, and it was a spinny fucking ride.
Oh.
And I felt so sick
Yeah.
doing that. I got vertigo so bad, and it was
Yeah.
actually like fast as, and
Yeah.
it was going like at a decent pace. And all of a sudden, it just sped up heaps. And I'm like, oh
Oh
my
my
God,
God,
bro.
yeah.
And the fireworks are going off. We're trying to look at them and shit. And then we got off, and we went home.
Yeah.
So we got there. We were there for like fucking 20 minutes, bro.
Yeah.
We got up, went on our own rides, saw the fireworks, and went home.
Yeah.
And we were trying to find parking, and it was that bad. Like, we had accidentally gone down a one-way thing. And then there was cars there, and we're like, fucking, this lady was on the other end, and she started yelling at us. She's like, it's a one-way, you dickhead. And we're like, you think I don't know that?
Yeah.
I said to her, I'm like, obviously, it was an accident. She pulled out. I was just like, she had a window down shit, and when she came past, I was just like, settle down, buddy. Settle down, buddy.
in the window.
Settle down, buddy. And like, you just fucking, she's trying to get a rise out of you, and you're just like, relax, cunt. But
Yeah, see,
You got something in your teeth, you bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then-
I take the bait every time in that situation. I'm that guy that like if Tori's with me, I'll bite my tongue because it's the biggest turn off for her. So for her sake, I won't say anything. But if I'm by myself, I'm a nuisance. Like I don't know how to fight, but I'll get out of the car like I know how to fight. yeah.
she was like, it's a
hilarious.
one way, you dickhead. And then fucking her boyfriend in the car looked like he was saying to her, like, shut up, like, you're making a fool of yourself. Like, she's got kids in the back and shit, and she's yelling across the car. Like, it's a one way, you dickhead. I'm like, you think I don't know it's a fucking one way? There's cars everywhere. What do you expect me to do, cunt?
Yeah.
But then you just like, settle down, buddy. You just put them on the gronk. You're just like, relax, relax. And then, the parking was that bad, and we're like, look, we might not be able to see the fireworks. And then my daughter wouldn't let it go. She started crying and shit. I'm like, fuck. all right, we got to find a spot. We have to do this. But yeah, never again. Never again.
Yeah.
It's awful. Don't go there.
I think you can
terrible.
possibly find a nice vantage point that's not. You don't have to go to the place where the fireworks is on. Maybe next time. Apparently on Nepean Bridge. So for those who aren't local, there's Nepean River that runs through Penrith. There's the freeway bridge that goes over the river. Apparently there's a good vantage point there, and you can see the fireworks from the bridge. So just a little tip if you want. Don't have to go where everyone's going. You can go somewhere and it could just be a thing that you, Rose, and Dove experience, and maybe there'll be a few people there, but everyone's at Panthers to watch them at the base of where they, you know what I mean? But finding vantage points, that's like in a city. Like people that decide to go to the city, like a few mates of mine, obviously I had plans with the family, but a few mates of mine decided to go in the city, and I was like, you are just asking to get frustrated. Like, as in, like, as I get older, I hate crowds. I can go to a festival, whatever, but going into the city on New Year's is like
worst idea ever.
How was Melbourne City? Like,
man,
on New Year's.
It wasn't that bad.
Wasn't that bad?
Right.
It's different when you don't have a car though, as well. Like you're not worrying about that. You just public transport.
That's true.
Jump
We were
on and
walking
off.
everywhere. Like we stayed right in the heart of the city. It was an awesome spot. But what's great about Melbourne is
The free trams. That shit is mad.
the free trams for one, but for two, the whole city is squares.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
grids. Yeah,
grids.
like blocks.
It's just blocks. So you can walk, you pick one road, 1, 2, 3, or 4, and you're going to get somewhere.
Yeah.
But whereas Sydney's like a maze. If you go down the wrong alleyway, you're going to be stuck. Like every alleyway leads to a road, to the main road, the main square road, and it takes you back to the tram line. You just follow the tram
It's
line
funny.
to the hotel.
It's funny. We think that's an amazing thing, but most cities around the world are like that.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
because we're so used to Sydney.
Yeah,
We're like,
yeah.
this is fun.
Sydney's like they had an idea, but they were working with it on the fly. They didn't know the finished result.
Yeah.
But where Melbourne, they structured it so they're like, all right, it's going to look like this. But I feel like Sydney, they continue to build on what's existing.
Yeah.
And it ends up being like
A mess. A
Yeah.
fucking mess.
It's a shithole. Man.
But it was very nicely. So we're just walking everywhere, man. And the food options in Melbourne, insane. Every second fucking shop is either Asian cuisine, Indian cuisine, barbecue house, steak house, fucking ramen noodle shop. It was insane, bro. Like we were being like fat little piggies that holiday.
nice.
Like every 2 hours we were like eating somewhere.
Yeah, beautiful.
It was fucking awesome. Crackheads though. These motherfuckers are like the lieutenants of crackheads.
Really?
These guys, they fucking. There was a dude. We went to get some ice cream from an Asian supermarket, and there's a crackhead across the road all year. He's fucking this shit. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. You look across the road, this crackhead's at the bin, picking shit out of the bin, flinging it across the road, going off his head at something, right? And people are just strolling past on their phones. Like, they're just so used to these cunts being off their heads.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, like, where are the coppers? Come pepper spray this cunt and toss him away. Toss him away. The alleyway's packed. Little kids and shit. I'd be uncomfortable hours with my daughter or my son walking through that. No, there's people with their 6 kids just walking past the cunt. And the funniest part is the crackhead was somehow not hitting people with the trash.
He's being polite about it.
He's being polite about it, but he's just being loud.
Yeah.
And I'm looking, and me and the homies, we're from Sydney, so we're looking at this like shocked. We're like, what is someone going to get this guy? No, get this fucker. What are you cunts looking at?
Yeah.
He grabs his little fucking Blinky Bill trash bag thing on the stick, stomps up the fucking alleyway. But he's avoiding people. He's not bumping into people.
Yeah.
He's being polite. He's a polite crackhead.
And that's the thing. Most of like the homeless people there, it's like in general, they don't really fuck with you. They're
just loud about it.
They're just loud about it. Yeah. They're having their own arguments with themselves.
And
it's
Fucking demons.
interesting.
Yeah.
Sometimes I like to listen in and see who wins, him or him, you know what I mean? Or her. But yeah, I don't know.
But other than that, the city was awesome.
Yeah.
Honestly, awesome. So much to do.
I rate it. Yeah.
Aquarium,
You know-
fucking zoo, fucking movies, fucking bowling alleys, food, arcades. It was unreal.
I felt like I was being ungrateful before. I did enjoy shit with my family. Bit boring, but we did get a little bit of a treat in our backyard. So me and Tori got home at 11:30, showered, and then we watched the fireworks at 12 on the TV, like the Sydney fireworks. They would spend millions,
Oh,
bro.
bro.
15 minutes straight of fireworks, right?
Brother.
And then in the soccer field behind us, right, in the soccer pitch behind us, there was fireworks going on.
Yeah.
So we run out the front and we're just like watching him. And Tori comes up behind me and she grabs me like she's the man in the relationship. And she goes,
looking at
and she goes, you see what I do for you, baby? Like as in like she put them on. I was like, you motherfucker.
Oh my God.
But it was actually fun because it wasn't as good. Obviously, we just experienced 15 minutes of like on TV, the Sydney fireworks, but it's like these guys let off probably a solid 3-4 minutes of fireworks, which is like just boo, boo,
Have you seen what the Sydney fireworks look like from the bridge point of view?
No.
From the fireys that are on the bridge filming it? Bro, it is...
Yeah, you sent it to me.
It is insane. How much?
Because do you think we have... Dubai and stuff in China probably would be up there as well, but we have one of the most...
Sydney's the best.
Yeah, you're right.
Around the world, they say Sydney's got
Not
the best
Dubai or
fireworks.
China?
Nah. Sydney
rated-
puts on the best show.
Yeah.
Because you see the
Dubai only
boats.
does the Burj Khalifa. Like those other countries, they usually have one monument and they do a couple fireworks. But Sydney puts on like a big show. It's
Yeah.
like world famous.
Because like people apparently were queuing up there the night before. They camped out
2
there.
days before, like 6 a.m. These like cunts.
I guess they make a day out of it.
Fuck that, bro.
Sydney's new...
Crazy cunts.
Sydney's fireworks on the Harbour Bridge cost around $6.3 million.
What
Wow.
a waste of money.
AUD.
Wow.
6.3 million.
About like 12 million US, 11 million US.
It's honestly, it's fucking genius.
It's crazy.
Because you spend the 6.3 million.
That's tax money, baby.
That's that we paid for. But think of how much money all Sydney businesses around make that night. Food, drinks, fucking ice
yeah.
Yeah,
creams.
it's good for the economy.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And not to mention, you wouldn't have a lot, like heaps of tourism, but surely there'd be tourism
there's a
as
lot.
well.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Because like you said, it's kind of iconic. Like when you see the boats in the harbour, like if you owned a boat and you had a boat party and you were looking at the fireworks, that'd be pretty sick.
That's what fucking Iggy Azalea did with Neon. Did you see how
Yeah.
she was streaming it? That's what they were doing.
Yeah.
I think you need a special. I think you have to be a certain person to get in there. I don't think you can just have a boat, because there's only a few boats in there. You think there'd be more?
I was under the assumption if you had a boat and you pay rent to like dock up there, you could just dock up there for the night.
yeah, I'm pretty sure you can.
Because
Yeah.
you got to pay an ongoing fee. So
Yeah.
you have like fuck you money, right? So if you're paying that, as if they can be like, no, on New Year's Eve you can't.
No, yeah. But I guess if you're already renting there, yeah, probably. But like, I don't know. If
Not
you can
just anyone
Yeah,
can just dock
if you
a
have a
boat.
boat, can you pull into the harbour?
That-
I don't think. I think
maybe
it's
like
shut off or something.
tickets is their capacity. You know
Yeah,
how
I
like
think
at
there is.
events.
I think it,
Yeah,
something like that.
because it's got to be like a bit of a safety issue if you crash into someone's boat.
Exactly, and you watch it on the TV, and there's only a few boats.
There's not many.
Yeah, there's not a lot. You'd think there'd be more. Like if I had a boat, fuck it up like a little dinghy. Yeah. Pull up.
Well, if you guys have about $2,000 a month to spare, that's how much it's going to cost you to dock your boat in Sydney
Yeah, so
Harbour.
that's why there's not many people, I guess, because
Yeah.
Yeah, you mustn't just be able to.
either they're doing something else or there's just rich people in there. You know what I mean?
Funding of Sydney's most famous world fireworks, of course, is the City of Sydney government grants and private sponsors. Fireworks, there's over 9 tons launched.
Fuck.
Right, 9 tons worth of fireworks.
Holy shit.
Attendance. 1.5 to 1.6 million people gather around Sydney Harbour for the spectacle.
That's 1/25 of the country.
The economic impact. So we just spoke about it cost us taxpayers $6.3 million for these fireworks, but it brings in an estimated every year $280 million to the Australian economy.
Yeah.
So it's well worth it. You, the working class man who's broke as fuck, probably doesn't feel like it's worth it.
No.
But in economy's sakes, it is worth it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Fucking hell,
It's worth it.
Yeah, good on us. That's what I mean. I work in the city all the time, so I walk past the Harbour Bridge all the time. I see the Opera House, and I'm just like, oh yeah, whatever. But you just forget that people around the world are like, I can't wait to come to Australia.
Yeah,
you know?
I think about like, imagine like we've all been tourists in a different country, right? How just mesmerizing it feels like sitting in a car and looking out the window. Imagine being a tourist here, pulling up on that bridge and seeing the skyline, the Harbour Bridge, the Opera, and just fucking playing Kanye West, fucking pulling up. You see Sydney Opera House, you see the fucking Centrepoint Tower. It's cracker.
Boys,
man.
don't forget it. This country is one of the top rated in the world.
Let's go,
in
baby.
the world. That's no bullshit. Like,
Yeah.
we're not saying it
Our,
like,
our
as
army,
a bias.
our army ain't shit, but living wise, come on, baby.
Yeah, it's one of the best. We don't get me wrong. We fucking pay for it with our 40% taxes, but What do you like?
Well, that's how we pay for the fireworks.
That's how we have our healthcare, our beautiful food, our fucking fireworks,
Our coffee, our beautiful coffee.
Well, it's so much work. Well, like, you know what I mean? You pay. The age-old saying, man, you pay for what you get.
Not to mention, some of the most attractive people come out of Australia, and that's not bias. That's not bias.
We brought back the whole mullet singlet shit. We brought this shit back fucking 3 years ago. Now every cunt's doing it around the world.
That's it.
We literally brought this shit back, the 80s vibe.
Yeah, we
For
created.
men anyway.
I don't know if we invented it, but we sure
No, we
do.
didn't invent it, but we brought it back.
Yeah,
100%
Did we
we brought it
invent the
back.
shoey?
Yeah,
Yes.
Shoeys is ours.
Okay,
Yeah, we invented
beautiful.
Shui. I don't understand how we still have the world's worst Wi-Fi, even though we invented it. That one always stumps my brain. I'm like, how?
It's
How?
location, I guess.
Guys, did we watch Stranger Things?
Oh, okay.
To completion.
I'm not finished, but
I heard people aren't
I'm
happy.
like one episode off.
Really?
Did you finish it?
Did you like it?
Okay.
Okay, I'm not going to spoil
Don't
anything.
spoil,
spoil it.
but are you happy?
What are your thoughts?
I am happy about it because the thing is, with a show like that, I'm not going to give any spoilers, but you can't please everyone. And people are always going to go, oh, but I wanted this to happen, but I wanted this to happen. But it's like, with a show that lasts that long and they waited way too long, the fact that they all aged out of their roles, especially 11, I didn't really like her performance that much.
She felt like a side character.
She did. That's exactly
Like,
what Tori said.
yeah, what
it
the
was.
fuck?
It felt more about Will, you know what I mean, than anything, because he kind of like, he was like a sorcerer or whatever the fuck. But I just felt like they grew out of their characters.
Yes.
They had to wrap it up in a nice, neat bow. And if anything, they wrapped it up in a bit of a too neat of a bow, but also leaving it, like some fans, like I said, this isn't a spoiler, but some fans are holding on to like, oh my God, they're dropping another one.
That theory,
and that theory, but I don't believe that's going to happen because like, what would they call it? Like even stranger things, you know what I mean? Like, or like what? Sometimes you got to mourn your loss for a show and just take it for what it is. Because have you seen shows where, have you ever watched a show where you're 3 seasons in and you're like, I liked it up to season 2, but now I'm 3 seasons in, I hate it. Like you need to kind of, like, if they kept doing like Gladiator, for example, and it's Gladiator 6, you're like, this is the same thing. It's like, you got to kind of let it go, you know? And that's just a weird example, but I was happy with it, but also there's a few unanswered questions, but in a show like that, I think that's the point. I think you're supposed to have a few unanswered questions, but all around, I was happy with it. I feel like, I can't really talk too much about it. I wish you would. I thought you would have finished it because I really wanted to just.
See, so here's the problem, right? So we started off strong where we watched like the first 4 episodes in one night, and then we were just kind of like, this isn't that good. I'm like, it's okay. I'm like, it's nowhere near the first season. I'm like, all right, whatever. So then we kind of slowed down. Then we were doing the whole watching it, and then we'd pause it, we'd talk.
That's when you know you're not into it.
Exactly. So I could feel myself starting to lose interest, right? Now, the population, right? So many people were complaining about it.
Haven't you had spoilers though by now?
I know.
You're online.
I know how it ends. I know.
Yeah,
how it
I
ends.
read up on it. I know what happens.
I know what happens.
So can I?
Yeah, say yeah. I know what happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel.
Spoiler
do you know-
alert.
Yeah,
Spoiler alert, guys.
Spoilers,
but if you haven't watched it, go fuck yourself. I feel like they offed Vecna way too easy.
Too easy,
Where
yeah.
were the Demogorgons in the abyss?
Yeah.
How did they defeat the Mind Flayer so easy with a few fucking? They literally had slingshots.
Yeah, like bows and arrows and shit.
How the
Like
fuck did
fucking
they?
PNGs.
Yeah, and I'm like, how did they? What? So I feel they were actually in Papua New Guinea. Abyss was Papua New Guinea. I feel like they defeated him awfully quick. That's what I mean by I think they tried to tie it up in a nice little bow.
Yeah.
A bit too neat.
Yeah.
But by leaving it open
It's
for
that
like
fucking. It's that Game of Thrones shit, bro. Like
Yeah.
they rush it. It's
They
like
rushed it.
too much,
Yeah.
trying to tie it up too
Yeah.
quickly. Like it's
So-
you have a show that big, you
yeah,
can't.
there should have been more deaths
like-
on the good side. They should have had more
Yeah,
tragedy.
that's the one thing that pissed
Yeah.
me off. There were so many scenes in that so far where you could have started killing off a couple characters.
Like Mike's mum should have died.
Fucking
She should have died.
Nancy and Jonathan should have died when the paint was filling up
Yeah.
in the room. That would have been such a thing to snap everyone's attention back. Like, I
Yeah.
would have been like, bro, even me and my wife were sitting there watching going, oh my God, like they're going to die. They're going to die. And then I knew though, because of spoilers, I'm like, no, they're not going to die. She's like, oh, really? She's like, back on her phone. You know what I mean? But it kind of killed the suspense.
And I'll tell you what, now I've been off the grid for a while now. That's what I hate about being within the grid of social media. If you're lagging a little bit, social media will go, Boom,
Yeah,
spoiler.
yeah.
Boom, spoiler. Now I can actually sit on it. Not that I did with the Stranger Things.
Yeah.
But certain things I can go, I watch a replay. Like UFC, sometimes I won't catch it live. I'll watch it later. And my mate's like, oh, did you see that? I'm like, no, I'll leave it. Don't know spoilers. Because I'm offline, I'm blissfully unaware.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
social media, bro, it fucks you, bro.
Bro, so, but everyone on social media, they just love to complain. But like, this is the worst thing ever. And I'm like, it's not that bad. Like, it hasn't been that fucking
And do you
bad.
think some people let people online think for them? Like, they don't have their own opinion.
Yeah, of
so
course.
they go, oh, yeah, they did
course.
this. But I'm like, is that your opinion? Or are you just...
Something you read.
Yeah.
Of course.
Well, I read up on it and I saw that stupid theory, and when I read it, I was like, "Are these cunts that dumb?" Like, they thought it was too perfect and too neat. They have this theory. What's it called? It has a name. It's some dumb theory. Conformity theory. Is that they think that because it was so perfect and everything, the directors of the show are planning a secret episode that they're gonna reveal was all dream, and that it was a genuine thing that people were like full hype about.
But they don't
It's like,
realize that if they can't just make one more episode. If they rebooted it, they'd have to at least make 3 or something.
Yeah,
You can't
it's
just
like-
come back for an episode
and
and then
fix everything you didn't like in one
Yeah.
episode. It's so stupid. I don't know how this shit starts. but
there was rumors that it was all Mike and he was the actual it wasn't actually Will that Vecna was intruding on. It was all like Mike who did it. And I'm like, what? Like, I don't know, man. People just need
What?
first of all, Will coming out of the closet took longer than it did to kill the Mind Flayer. Like that scene with him coming out as gay, they
That
killed
was-
Mind Flayer in half the amount of time.
That was a bit of a drag on. I didn't mind it.
No, I didn't mind it, but-
I was gonna like I seen a funny ass Reddit post, right? And it made me laugh, and that's the one that made me go, okay. The guy on the Reddit post
I thought
goes,
they all knew already. I'm like, surely they knew.
first of all, they
They should have known.
you know, we all knew as an audience that the fucking guy was a bit of a fucking fruity
mannerisms,
kid, right?
yeah.
Whatever. Nothing wrong with it. But it was funny because some cunt made a Reddit post. It had like fucking hundreds of thousands of like fucking what's it called? Upvotes and shit. He goes, only problem with the gay scene with Will. I came out as gay in the 80s when I was a kid. It was the scariest thing in my life. When I told my family, they all said that they don't give a fuck, and life went on. And I was like, everyone was like, oh yeah, true. But like, for some weird reason, because it's 2026 now, all the blue head faggots feel some sort of way.
Yeah.
It has to be a spectacle.
Yeah.
It just would have been cool if he come out like while they're fighting and he goes, by the way, guys, like he thinks they're going to die. He goes, by the way, guys, I like boys.
Wait,
And they all go,
hold up. No.
you know what I mean?
We have to differ there. I would turn the TV off if he was like, he was doing his sorcerer shit.
Yeah,
He's like,
I'm gay.
By the way, and Vecna's like, get out of my mind. He's like, by the way, I'm gay.
Yeah.
And that's what kills Vecna.
Yeah.
Like,
That kills Vecna.
He's homophobic. He's extremely
no.
homophobic. He dies. He shivers away. He's like, no.
I feel like they had to do the scene not in battle. I feel like, if anything, it's like, if I was secretly gay and I was fighting, I'd be like, this can wait, I'm about to die. But like...
Nah, I'd be like, I'm gay.
Oh, yeah, true. So you hope your mates don't actually hear?
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
you whisper it, you're like, hey, DZ, I'm gay.
Yeah.
What was that in your bed?
Nothing.
Yeah. It wasn't as bad as...
It's not the fact that Will came out gay. I didn't give a fuck about that. But the fact that you do the contrast of the amount of time they spent on that versus
Compared to the final fight.
scene.
Yeah,
So I just
Yeah.
think a few kids with some slingshots, that's not going to take him out.
That shouldn't kill the
Yeah.
extraterrestrial being.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? It sucks when any long show dies. Like, I felt like that way. I don't know if you watched it, but when Breaking Bad finished, I felt so emotional
Yeah.
because I was with that show for about 7 years, and I was like,
What a ride.
holy
bro.
fuck, man. And when that final scene was playing out, I felt all these things, and I felt the same with Stranger Things, but the only difference was Stranger Things had such a big gap. But they did
Yeah.
flashbacks when they were kids.
Yeah.
That was trippy when they kept doing flashbacks in Stranger Things. I
Yeah.
like that. But yeah, it's always a bummer when shows end. But
I think Breaking Bad did an okay job.
They did.
With the
Yeah,
ending.
yeah.
I think
I
it was
like
like
that.
some people didn't like it, but like with a show that good, it's like you
Yeah.
said, no one's gonna be happy when you have a show that
Yeah.
palpable. No one's
Yeah.
gonna fucking be happy.
and when
But Breaking Bad, I think 5 seasons. They didn't milk it.
and
They
you
didn't-
also have to think in a story. Some people want the antagonist or protagonist, whatever, to survive and live all happily ever after. But you got to really assess.
Realistically.
For example, 11, right? If she had stayed alive, she'd be hunted till she dies, and then they'll make a new Vecna from her blood. So the proper thing to do, the hero thing to do, she was always had to die. It's kind of poetic, right? Walter White in Breaking Bad what's he gonna do?
He can't live.
He was
Like-
dying of. He got. I think he
Yeah.
got. He started the cancer
Remission, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like he's done all this bad shit. His wife and family are never going to forgive him. He kind of had to just leave him with the money and then just die.
What else can he do?
Yeah. So
If I could see where people would be upset
Yeah.
if he like had a happy ending.
Yeah.
Like fucking moved away and started a new
is that a
family.
rubber? Is that a rubber tug? Just happy ending.
Vikings ended amazing.
Yeah, Vikings. did.
Vikings.
Yeah.
A bit here, a bit how you're going here and there with some episodes. Like every show, the last season's a bit. There's some
Yeah.
episodes like,
Yeah.
but the way it ended, amazing. One of the two main characters is sitting on the beach talking about all the shit they just went through for
Yeah.
the past 8 years, and then
Yeah.
it just ends.
Sons of Anarchy did a pretty bad job, I think. I didn't like that. Did you watch
I
Sons
like
of-
that. I
you
like
liked
that.
it?
Yeah. Because it was like
don't know,
it was
man.
brutal. It's just brutal, and it's like I like the brutal ones where you're like, oh,
I really like that show, but I like the ending.
I need to rewatch it. I
know it's been a while.
Yeah.
I'm cloudy too on it, but like from like he fucking
When they're in the garden
that's kinda
together and then
stupid, but he drives into the truck or whatever on his bike to kill himself. I don't know. That's
Yeah.
kind of I don't know.
That bit I wasn't
I
happy
don't
with, but him killing his mum, I was like,
Oh
fucking
yeah,
earth.
that.
Anyway,
It's one of those shows that it gets so messy by the end.
It does.
It's like how do you wrap it
Yeah,
up?
so
Like-
this was spoilers for like 5 shows, right? So I hope everyone
yeah,
just
but
didn't.
also
yeah.
a lot of these shows are fucking 15 years old. So come on.
Yeah, of course. But one other thing, right? I'm not going into. It's not the point of the movie. So people that are like, "Oh, I haven't seen that movie," it's not that. But Tori, for no one doesn't know, Tori's my partner, whatever. She's been into fantasy books and this and that, and I could never really grasp fantasy. Right? I'm like, for someone to read a book and then go, "Oh yeah, that's hot," or even movies like fantasizing in that way and whatever. I've actually found my first fantasy ever. So we were watching a movie. It's not a book, but it's called Dracula, A Love Tale. So it's another spin on Dracula. So I won't give any spoilers.
movie? It's a
Yeah,
movie?
movie. It's a new movie, and it's another. So usually Dracula, the story of Dracula, Vlad the Impaler. He was in the Romanian army, and he used to put people's heads on a spike. He was a mad warrior, and he ended up getting bitten. The original story, he ended up getting bitten by a vampire. Now he's a vampire, right? Suffered for eternity or whatever. But in this one, he was infatuated with his wife, right? And he went to war, and then the enemy killed his wife. But he prayed and prayed and prayed leading up to the battle to the priest, and the priest was like, "I'll bless your wife, and God will look after her." The enemy killed the wife. He goes back to the priest after the war and said, basically, he denounces God because he goes, "You said you." And back then, in those times, religion was like, it's the
be-all,
word, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he denounced God and he killed this priest with a crucifix. But when he did that, that is what turned him into a vampire. Like it was like instead of an actual bite, it was more of a curse,
Yeah.
a supernatural curse. He turned into a vampire, right?
Yeah,
and then he
yeah.
spent the rest of his days trying to look for his wife in another life. Like, because back then they believed that, do you know how reincarnation is a thing? They believe if your love is strong enough, that person can come back into another being, a vessel, but it's them. So he would bite people and change them into vampires and then make them his little workers and go find Elizabeth or whatever, And for eternity, he was trying to find her and stuff. Anyway, there was this one scene. One of his disciples, Dracula would call them, the ones he would turn to be his workers, was this hot bitch with red hair and then she was being tested on in this laboratory. Like these doctors in France were like, "We don't know what she is, but we're doing tests." Anyway, this doctor that's been hunting Dracula for ages goes and has a look at her, and she's like, she craves blood like she's horny. Like she's like the little
No wonder you like it.
yeah. The little apprentice doctor was coming in, and the girl's like, oh, like every time he comes close, she's like, and she's like hot as, red hair, fangs, and I'm just like, and she's
Vampires are your thing,
she's so enthralled with the guy, right? Anyway, there was her, and then there was the main girl of the story who ends up being Elizabeth in another life. Now they're both hot, right? But me and Tori always go. Like, we do it for guys and girls. We go, we discuss, oh, yeah, do you think she's what do you... Anyway, I said, who do you think's hotter, the redhead or the main girl? And she goes, the main girl for sure. And by all means, the main girl was more, how do you say it, conventionally more attractive, model, better features. But I was like, oh, I don't know, man. The redhead is doing it for me, right? And then she was like, what do you mean? Like, they're both hot, but like, don't you think this one? Like, and she was really going hard in the paint for this main girl. And I was like, yeah, but, and I go, oh, and I discovered it. I said it to Tori. I was like, I know what it is. I go, it's her sex appeal, because the main girl was more like prim and proper, and she wasn't really. But the other one, the vampire girl, was like wanting it. Like in every scene she was in, she was like say if we're this close, right? When she gets close to someone, she was like, it's like she was horny, but she just wanted your blood. And I was like, oh my God. I'm like, that is my fantasy. I'm like, if I'm gonna go out, if someone said you have to die, it has to be a hot vampire trying to drain me from my blood.
Yeah.
Start with my cock.
What's the shit called?
It's called Dracula: A Love Tale. 2025. Type in 2025.
Is this on Netflix?
Yeah, it's on. It's on Apple or something. I paid for it like $4 or something to watch it. But it's actually an alright movie. Fun.
$4.
But you got to. But you got to admit, Iggy, like if you do watch this, just be prepared.
Is this what you're talking about?
It's more of a that girl.
Okay.
Yeah. And when I say she's got sex appeal, there's not one scene in that movie where she isn't horny for blood.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, if I was a single man walking through Romania and she came at me and I seen the fangs, I'd be like, maybe she just sharpens her teeth. Like, she can't be a vampire, surely.
You're trying to make excuses for it.
I leave a trail of blood to my room. I'm just like.
That's hilarious.
And then she's like, yeah, I feel like the only reason you like her more is because sex appeal. And she's like, that. But even Tori agreed. She goes, there is something about, because even the Dracula guy, he wasn't conventionally attractive, but you know, like for example, Pete Davidson, right? Tori thinks Pete Davidson is attractive. So do I. But I think it's more of his charisma. Who's that rapper that comes out of Kentucky that did songs with Drake, Jack Harlow. He's not conventionally attractive, but he's got swagger. He's got flavor. So the aura is all what it's about. It just so happens that her aura was sex appeal.
Yeah.
But so I've discovered.
How the fuck did we start talking about this?
Sorry, I was just talking. I was just thinking about things we did over the holidays, things we've watched, and yada yada.
Your fantasy is getting sucked off by a vampire.
Yeah. I've come to suck your cock.
Biting, drain penis.
Yeah,
we are back, everybody. DZ has got a game for us.
All right,
intergalactic species.
For our intergalactic minds.
My alien type has 7 penises.
Out of these two, whoever loses takes this shot right here. If you can see
what do we
We have a shot of whiskey.
All right, so I got 3 stories here. All right, it's a game best of 3. Okay. In light of the theme, I got 3 stories here. One of them is true, well, not true that it happened, but a true event that someone has.
A true claim.
Yes. One is true, 2 are fake. You guys just simply have to pick the true one. Okay, we'll do best of 3. Loser takes a shot. Okay.
So how do we know who gets to go first?
We'll rock off for it.
I guess it doesn't really matter who goes first, unless
because if I
you want to copy his answer, but you're gonna have to be confident he's right. I mean,
we'll do a buzzer system. You read out the stories, and then whoever says their name first
buzzer system
gets to guess first.
Yeah, you have to make an alien noise.
All right. Story 1. The Silver Ridge Switch. In 1994, a long-haul trucker named Elias Thorne claimed he was driving through a remote stretch of the Nevada desert when his engine suddenly died. As he stepped out, he saw a curtain of mercury shimmering in the air. He walked through it and found himself back in the driver's seat of his truck, but it was parked in his own driveway in Ohio, over 2,000 miles away. His watch had stopped, and his truck's odometer showed that no miles had been driven, yet he was missing 3 days of his life. Okay, that's story 1. Story 2. The Allagash Wilderness Encounter. In 1976, 4 art students, Jack and Jim Wiener, Chuck Rack, and Charlie Foltz, were on a night fishing trip on Eagle Lake in Maine. After noticing a massive glowing sphere in the sky, they signaled it with a flashlight. The object suddenly surged towards them, engulfing their canoe in light. They woke up back on the shore with their campfire burned down to ash despite it being freshly lit moments before. Years later, under separate hypnosis, all 4 men recalled the same terrifying medical examinations by large-eyed, 4-fingered beings. Story 2, that's the Allagash Wilderness Encounter. Story 3, the last one. The Baltic Sea transmission.
Wait, did you just do your alien noise?
Wait, was there only 2
There's
stories?
3 stories.
Oh, sorry.
3 stories.
Proceed.
Two
You've got
are
to
false,
guess
one's
now,
real.
man.
Yeah, you can have a guess if you want.
Well, I haven't heard the third one.
Well, you beeped.
Okay.
Beeped your horn, man.
I'll tell you the third story.
Okay, tell me the third.
Baltic Sea transmission. During a 2011 deep sea salvage mission, a Swedish diving team discovered a massive disc-shaped object on the seafloor. As they approached, their electronic equipment began to malfunction, and the lead diver, Peter Lindberg, claimed he heard a rhythmic mechanical pulse inside his helmet. He went into a trance and later claimed he was shown a vision of Earth's future where the oceans were gone. When he was pulled to the surface, he had strange geometric burns on his forearms that formed a perfect map of the stars. Which one is the real story? The Baltic Sea transmission, the Allagash wilderness encounter, or the Silver Ridge switch?
The Allagash Wilderness Encounter.
You think that's the real story?
Yeah.
That is correct.
Woo!
Wow. So the one with
I think the first
Jim
one was
Wiener.
too. The first one, I mean, they're all far-fetched, but the first one was extremely far-fetched.
Yes, the first one is kind of yeah. And it is bullshit, so you're right. Good job. So
Thank
one
you.
for Joey.
And like when we say true, that is the.
It's a true claim, all right?
True
It's not true
claim.
that it happened. 'cause
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
This shit is probably fucking made up by some trooper.
I was going to say
And I wonder
that
how
one.
many of these stories involve illicit substances. Like,
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to say all of them. All right, second round. One for Joey. All right, the first story, the Gorman dogfight. In October 1948, pilot George Gorman was flying a P-51 Mustang over North Dakota when he spotted a small white sphere of light for 20 minutes. Gorman engaged in a high-speed pursuit, claiming the light was maneuvering intelligently and out-turning his fighter jet. At one point, the light headed straight for him, pulling up at the last second. Gorman was so shaken he nearly crashed, and his flight logs confirmed a massive discrepancy in his fuel levels compared to the distance he actually flew.
Me. I'm already guessing that's correct. But read the other two.
All right.
That's how
Keep that
confident
in
I
mind.
am.
Story 2, the Mount Rainier Snow Prince. In 1982, a park ranger named Silas Vance followed a strange humming sound into a glacial cave on Mount Rainier. He claimed to find 3 tall, translucent figures standing around a crystalline pillar. According to Vance, the beings didn't speak but projected images of a mountain in the Himalayas into his mind. When he tried to approach, he was frozen by a static field. The next morning, he was found 5 meters away, barefoot in the snow, but with no signs of frostbite and no footprints leading to his location. All right, and the final story, the Black Forest Clockwork. During a camping trip in Germany's Black Forest in 1999, a group of 3 mechanical engineering students claimed their digital watches began to run backwards at high speed. They followed a low-frequency vibration to a clearing where a perfectly smooth black cube was hovering 6 inches off the ground. One student touched the cube and immediately lost consciousness. When he woke up, his skin was magnetized. Small metal objects like keys and coins would stick to his arms and chest for several weeks afterwards.
Yeah. So
What's the real story?
I've already hit my buzzer. I'm saying it's the first fighter jet one. If this is incorrect, I'll have to do the shot, right?
Yeah, but you are correct.
yeah. I can't imagine.
Yeah, the other
imagine
two
the
stories were
third.
fucking
Imagine
ridiculous.
the third one being true. Like you go to your car to turn, like to fucking turn your car on, and your keys just fucking stick to you.
This is it, my friends.
The tiebreaker round. Here we go, boys.
All right,
You
and
have to
this
pay
for this
attention.
last one, we can't buzz until all 3 stories have
be
been
great.
said.
Yeah. Which I thought was the rule all along, Iggy.
What do you mean?
Well, you buzzed first. You buzzed
No, hold
first.
on.
You buzzed when you said 2 stories.
To be fair, I thought going in, maybe you already explained it, DZ, but I'm a horrible listener. I thought there was only 2 stories, and then we guess which one. But I've quickly learned there was 3.
Yeah.
My bad.
All right.
I
here we
may
go.
or may not have explained that. I don't know if I explained the rule.
This is it.
All right, tiebreaker anyway. Story 1, the Rendlesham Forest Binary. In December 1980, several U.S. Air Force personnel stationed in England saw metallic glowing objects in the woods. One witness, Sergeant Jim Peniston, claimed he walked up to a triangular craft and touched strange hieroglyphic symbols on its side. He says a sense of binary codes was instantly downloaded into his mind. When he later wrote the code down, they translated it into specific Earth coordinates, including the pyramids and ancient sites, and a message about exploration of humanity. All right, that's story 1. Story 2, the Copper Creek statues. In 2004, a family in rural Oregon reported that a bright light landed in their back pasture. When the father went out to investigate, he found his 3 cows standing perfectly still like statues, but they were translucent. He claimed he could see their skeletons and internal organs through their skin, as if they were made of glass. By the time he returned to the camera, the light was gone and the cows were back to normal, but their milk reportedly turned into a fine metallic powder for a month afterwards.
Like baby formula.
Story 3. The last one. The Atacama Echo. In 1991, an astronomical survey team in Chile discovered a perfect circle of scorched earth that remained radioactive for exactly 24 hours. A local village reported that during the night of the scorch, every mirror in the town cracked simultaneously. The survey team's lead scientist claimed that for weeks after, anyone who stood in the corner of the circle would hear their own thoughts echoed back to them in a metallic synthetic voice. All right, what's the real story?
Hell, man.
The Atacama Echo, the Copper Creek statues, or the Rendlesham Forest binary?
The Echo.
Incorrect. All right. Iggy, you want to have a guess? Was it the Copper Creek statues or the Rendlesham Forest binary? If you
Can
guess
you summarize for Iggy just because...
yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
So the Rendlesham Forest is the one the Air Force personnel in England saw metallic glowing objects, and the witness claimed he saw triangular craft and touched the strange hieroglyphic symbols on its side. It sent binary codes into his mind, which led to coordinates on Earth like the pyramids, etc.
Yep.
And the Copper Creek statues is in 2004, family in rural Oregon reported a bright light landed in their back pasture and made their cows look like hollow skeletons, and their milk turned into a metallic.
And those
powder
two
for a
stories are both kind of very out
Very
there.
out
Yeah.
there. One of them's true, or a true claim at least.
I'm going to say in this instance, the cows.
That's incorrect. You're both wrong.
So are we both having a shot?
Well, there's only one shot.
I guess we just go half-half.
Half the shot, I guess.
Half
man.
of it's a little
Fuck it.
baby one.
Yeah, the real story was the Rendlesham Forest.
The English one.
Yeah, he touched the hieroglyphs and it
That makes the most sense, though, really, when you talk about hieroglyphs and, because, pyramids are, similar story, right?
It sounds like bullshit. This guy's probably a
Oh,
tripper.
it does. It does.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
It's a bit less than half, Iggy, I think,
nah,
as a
that's all right.
judge.
You fucked me over, you asshole.
Man, what
Whiskey shots are awful.
what drugs are these guys on to make up these stories? That
I
is
feel like-
crazy.
And that's the thing, right? Like, all these bullshit alien stories, it just makes it... It's like the Me Too movement of aliens. You know what I mean? Like, it's the ones that tell the fake stories that ruin it for the rest of them. You know what I mean?
Because there is some really compelling ones out there, man.
Yeah.
The Bob Lazar shit is always, I think, some of the most credible.
Well, what was the one apparently, what was it, in 2002 or something? There was one where apparently just one state in America, there was over hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of reports of alien sightings from the same state.
Yeah.
So it's like either the whole state on the Minnesota State County Facebook group have all gone together and gone, let's just fuck around and make it a bit of an inside joke. Have all just started making these reports, or aliens attacked fucking Minnesota or wherever the fuck it was,
Yeah.
and everyone's seeing all this shit in the sky.
Yeah.
Well, there's another really compelling one in Australia. I just asked AI to summarize it for me. The story you're thinking of is the West 4 UFO incident, which occurred in April 6, 1966 in Melbourne. It remains the most famous mass UFO sighting in Australian history, primarily because it was witnessed in broad daylight by more than 200 students and teachers across the schools. At approximately 11 a.m. during morning recess, students and staff reported seeing a silver grey saucer-shaped craft described by some as being about the size of 2 family cars. Witnesses watched the object hover over the school oval before it descended into a nearby paddock known as the Grange. Some accounts claim the craft was being chased or circled by 5 light aircraft. Several students jumped the school fence and ran towards the Grange. They reported seeing the craft take off at incredible speed, leaving behind a perfectly circular patch of flattened or scorched grass. The aftermath and Men in Black. The mystery grew not just from the sighting itself, but from suspicious response that followed. Official silence. Military and police reported swarmed the area shortly after. Some witnesses claim they were told by men in suits never to speak of the event. Missing records. Despite being witnessed by hundreds of people, there are no official government records of the incident, leading to a long-standing theories of a cover-up. Teacher intimidation. A science teacher, Andrew Greenwood, later spoke out about being threatened by authorities to keep quiet after he attempted to document the event. That's one of the most famous ones. It was here in Melbourne.
It's just that weird thing, similar to shit that's happened in America, although I don't really hold our aviation systems like as highly as America. But it's a weird thing where you don't know if it's government-related things in the air or intergalactic beings. Do you know what I mean? Like,
or different countries' tech that they don't want to reveal. You know, it's like top secret and they're testing shit. Like, it's crazy because this shit is out there, man. Like, there's something that causes these things, like crop circles. Like, even if a human did a crop circle, that's that's impressive work. It's
crop
like,
circles are just crop circles just patterns that UFOs leave. Alleged UFOs leave in the crop
fields, and it's like massive, and
just
you can only
patterns.
see it like from. So when you're on the ground, it's going to be hard for you to fucking do a perfect shape. You know, that can only be seen from.
It's some guy with a lawnmower just going.
Yeah, well, some people think it is like it's a scam, but like just the amount of effort and
It's a lot of effort for.
You know what I mean, and the skill involved in that is just like beyond being worth it, especially in like a remote place in the middle of nowhere. It's like almost too stupid to be a hoax. You know what I mean?
And you're
There's
right.
a lot of shit like that.
You're right. It's hard doing big patterns and you don't even know what you're writing in the crops until you actually look at it from.
You can only see it from space. It's like the Nazca lines in Peru are a similar thing. And there's other stories.
Nazca lines in Peru, is that what happened there?
It's like similar crop circles, like in Peru, but they're ancient. That's the thing. They're like thousands of years old and they're perfect shapes you can only see from space. So it's like how'd they have the technology to do that, you know?
Yeah.
And there's other stories like cows. Have you heard the story of the cows that have all their organs sucked out perfectly and shit? And they're like...
Just left with the carcass, empty carcass?
Yeah, there's like no... I can't remember, but like I think the blood's sucked out of them, but there's no like wound or something. They're like perfectly...
Yeah, wow.
It's like you can't do that. Yeah. So it's like what's causing this shit that people are seeing? Because something is doing it.
Maybe it's that hot vampire from Dracula Love Tale. Just fucking sucking the cow's teats.
We all know the word UFO, but another word for it is UAPs.
Yeah, that's the new one.
Unidentified aerial phenomenon.
And I changed it.
I think that's what leaves it open to interpretation a bit more.
United Australia Party.
A bunch of Aussies on a spacecraft, like, fuck yeah, just drinking.
UAPs continue globally with increased official attention from bodies like the Pentagon, investigating mysterious drone swarms and unexplained military encounters. Though official reports still find no conclusive evidence of any extraterrestrial origin. Focusing on unexplained atmospheric or sensor phenomena rather than confirmed alien craft. Many sightings are later explained as either drones, rockets, atmospheric effects, unexplained aerial incidents, including those near warships, still persist. So it's just people see a shiny thing in the sky and fucking wig the fuck out. And it's probably like, it could be 101 different things.
Yeah.
Well, remember the New Jersey drones? Everyone just stops talking about that. I'm like, what the fuck was that about? Like, we got no explanation for that shit. Like,
what was that? New Jersey drones?
Where there was heaps of drones.
Yeah, where everyone was freaking out. There was drones.
Oh yeah, wasn't it just China doing intelligence?
No, they don't know. No, they never said. When Trump got into office, because this was in Biden's last weeks that it happened, and when Trump got into office, they said, "Oh, yeah, they were ours," but they didn't say why. Like, they didn't give an explanation of what they were doing, why. Like, and everyone just forgets about it. It goes on with life. It's like, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah, no one cares.
I don't know why,
It's
but
all
when you
scam.
say drone, I automatically think that's of human, that humans are behind it. But when you say UAP or UFO, I think,
Alien.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
because a drone, it's like, drones are like,
They are human things.
Human things, and they're everywhere now. Like, they use them don't they use them in war now? Like,
they fucking kamikaze the drones into people and shit. It's fucked.
So
it's fucked. Seriously.
But what happened to, like, we've gone from, like, imagine back in the day being like using muskets and then thinking, like, if you were a war soldier back in the day, stuff in it with the gunpowder, this and that, and you have to go up and stab people. Yeah. If you run out of ammo, you just stab at them, and then you go from that to like
a fat cunt with an Xbox controller looking at a screen. And just fucking, you see these Arabs walking around, and they just fucking. It's like a predator missile from COD. They literally it's just like, and you've just killed like a family of 6. It's like fucking hell. You're sitting in your fucking basement in fucking Los Angeles, and you just fucking
because they can do it now with you don't have to be
That's
on the field.
literally what they do.
Yeah,
that's crazy. It's fucking absurd. And now it's getting even crazier. You seen this Boston Dynamics robot I showed you and shit?
Yeah,
it's all going to be robots now. Just fucking robots.
Explain.
What's
the Boston Dynamics robot? What's it?
They're a company they've been doing for a while. Like they build the most advanced humanoid robots.
Okay.
And their latest one they just showed off is like perfect. It's like a human, but its limbs rotate 360 degrees. It can pick up shit, run around, backflip, jump.
Wow.
And like the armies are going to use that shit.
Yeah.
It's going to be warfare's going to be robots versus robots.
In China, in China, right? They're at concerts, like people that are like celebrities and stuff, like singers and that. They have backup dancer robots now.
Yeah, I saw that.
So it's like we're talking about robots and AI getting rid of jobs. Backup dancers are in the firing line for losing their jobs. Like everything.
And
don't get me wrong, the robots are kind of like a bit like like stagnant. But like still, like they're gonna become so fluid with their moves. Like imagine the robot is literally doing the robot. Like the first when they come out like this, but then this guy will be able to do what Cody was doing in that club in Melbourne and do the worm and like fluid. You know what I mean?
All right. So another thing we're doing for this special is a Q&A. So thank you. We'll pump through these. There's a few. Favorite song you have made?
Can I say, not I've made, but can I say one of my favorites that you guys have done?
Yeah, go for it.
What's that? Oh, fuck. What's that song?
It has to be Until We Say.
That's one of my favorites. That's up there. That whole project is up there for me.
Bro, Until We Say.
You guys go first because I want to look this one up.
Bro, Until We Say, I can picture the video clip. Full scale medieval war. Us and all the crew dressed as fucking like Vikings and shit, and there's like 100 other cunts, and we got
to do that, bro. I love that hook, man. That hook is crazy.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be my favorite, man. Until We Say.
I like Until We Say. Yeah.
I don't want to party.
I don't want to party.
Oh,
Weekend
fuck it.
ladies come around and move your sexy body.
Yeah, bro. There's got to be.
Yeah, that's fuck. It's so hard for me to pick when people ask this question. Man.
Heavy.
Oh, heavy. Yes.
I don't know why, but this is me. It's one of those questions. This question is a very, very, very loaded question because you could forget about a track that you really, really love. But heavy is like, but I feel so heavy. And then like, but there's better songs that I love DZ on. Like DZ, I like a lot of DZ's songs that I can think of rap heavy.
Heavy
but
as
in terms of a beat. And like the production that you do with DZ, that was one of those songs where, like we say all the time, we know when it's a Friendly Fire beat.
Yeah.
And that fucking beat, bro, with DZ rapping on it.
Yeah.
I remember in that album, which is your Ghosts album, DZ, that was one of the ones that I really attached myself to for a while.
The track I was listening the other day, actually, the track Ghost on there, the beat for that is crazy.
Yeah.
That beat is crazy.
Yeah. So, believe it or not, that beat actually went to Megalodon first.
Really?
Yes. And Megalodon actually sent me one verse back, and the verse was fucking crazy.
We should have used it.
No, so this is what happened. So, shout out to Mega. I can't remember what happened. So, he sent me the verse, but then I don't know if this is when he's first had his computer problems and his computer died, or something happened where he wasn't able to finish it. And we started working on the project a couple months later. And I sent you... So when we did that album, I just sent you a bunch of beats.
Yeah.
I just sent you a bunch of beats. And it was like a folder of beats. And then I just had the Ghost beat on there, not really kind of forgetting that Meg had already started it. But then you did a whole song to it. And I was like, oh, fuck, this is hard. But then I was like, oh, my God. I was like, okay, this is great. Mega and DZ, Mega features on the album. But then I messaged Mega and I was like, dude, so look, we've ended up turning it into a tune. What do you want to do? Do you want to send me the vocals? Because he didn't send me the stems. He just sent me a reference.
Yeah, MP3.
MP3 thing. And I was like, so do you want to send me the stems? You can jump on the first verse. And then he wasn't able to do it. So he was like, look, all good. You just take it. I'll come back to that song later. So my idea. So originally,
Let's hit him up for the remix, man.
yeah. So my idea was I wanted Ghosts, a Friendly Fire and DZ Ghosts Megalodon remix on that album after the song Ghosts. But he wasn't able to do it in time. So then I was like, okay, all
Let's
good.
do it now for the next one.
We can just revisit it. Yeah. So that might be an idea. I might actually fucking call him and see if he's still got that beat.
When have you got a new song coming out, DZ, or
We have one, Spanish
Diggy.
one. Damn, yeah, we have a song dropping on the 23rd.
Which I also have.
23rd of this month?
I have a snippet of that
Single.
song too. I have a snippet of that song.
Yeah,
What's
no
it called?
Mientes, no mientes.
No mientes, man.
Is it in Spanish?
It's a bit of Spanish, bit of English. Mostly English. It's actually mostly English. The hooks are in Spanish, but
Yeah, this would make an awesome video clip because it's like
Yeah.
you talking to yourself as
It's
if you didn't
deep,
pursue.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
This would make it awesome.
one
And
of
the
my
video
deeper
clip will make
songs.
you like fat and shit. Like, yeah, this is
fat suit.
this is hard. This is real hard.
This beat's crazy, dude.
Yeah, I was gassing myself up when I made this beat. I was literally like in here going like, fuck yeah. So this is off our album Ghost. If you haven't listened by now,
Yeah,
you
go through
should've.
and listen to Ghosts, man.
Some Eminem shit, this beat,
Yeah.
bro.
Why is it that I hate myself? Don't see the face of a man, see the ghost of a shell. Try to make them understand rapping the pain I felt. Tried to climb the highest peaks, I made you fall as well. Yeah. This is a letter to my older self. This is a letter to my dreams, ambitions on the shelf. This is what happens if I follow their lead. This is what happened if I studied, never tried to achieve. Sat at my desk in my office space.
Yeah, that's hard, dude.
Staring off, I dream of outer space. Can never finish anything, cause my soul just feels inadequate. Living for the weekend, every night we stay up at it late. Drinking liquor, smoking weed, I'm trying to fill a space of emptiness that I feel inside. The emptiness that they can see when they take a look into my eyes. And it's the realest shit I ever wrote.
I'm really proud of this hook too. The hook's fucking mad. That's one of my better hooks.
Dude, so Meg's verse is
I'll be getting
insane.
goosebumps, bro. My hair's be standing up on my arms. So yeah, I don't know. I know it's like,
That's probably one of my favorite
You know
songs
what?
already.
Fuck this. People say it's biased because you're my mate, but like, man, it's not. It's honestly
good at what we do, man.
I
Like-
don't think it's not. It's not because I'll always catch a new DZ track when I'm in the car on the way home, and I make it a thing to always call DZ right after I hear a new track. Because Spotify be like new release from Friendly Fire DZ, and one I know it's a Friendly Fire beat. I know it's, and then when DZ hops on the track, I'm like. Because it's a different thing, right? When you get two artists working together, a producer, rapper, whatever, singer, whatever it is, the hard thing will be to not make every track sound like the baby, or every track sound like not mumble rap, or And the thing that you guys can do well, you got Friendly Fire here who can fucking do an EDM track, do a fucking, you know, like a rhythm track, do like just a rap for any. You can do a beat for any rapper, right? And it can be different for any rapper. But then you have DZ. It's different if Mega jumps on the beat.
Yeah.
It's different if fucking Verse jumps on the beat. When DZ jumps on this beat, bro, it's like it's you're so versatile. Both of you together.
Got the synergy.
And I don't know if it'll work. I really do think that you're lucky to one, your brothers. How weird is it that your brothers and you have skills that can mesh? Like
It is.
It's like
very trippy.
You could have been good at rugby league. And bullshit at like what's a deck? Like how do I do this? But you're into music and you're into music, not in the consumer's kind of way, but you are like every producer's dream, you know what I mean? And your brother happens to be a producer. It's
true.
crazy.
You
bro.
know what that is, man?
It's divine intervention or some shit, bro.
Hand on heart, I believe that's the universe rewarding us for like, because I used to manifest like a motherfucker. Dude, I've said it 1,000 times. You can ask my wife. I used to cry myself to sleep because I was dog shit at making music. That's how frustrated I was. I was like, I am not stopping until I get this. I don't care if it takes me to the age 50.
And even though you've got where you are now, I feel like anything, you can't really rest on your laurels. Like, even though I think you're both cracker at what you do, I feel like you can't be complacent.
Yes.
And like
It's a
any
lot of
artist, and like I said, like before, I'm comparing to the GOATs here, right?
Yeah.
But Eminem, right? He's even evolving. He's getting to that time where he's older now, but he had to always evolve, right?
Of course,
Even though you're shit slapping this in this generation, doesn't mean you can just go, okay, I just got to keep feeding him the old shit. You got to kind of to stay relevant.
Yeah, you got to
Adjust.
Because have you
gotta
ever
adjust.
think of artists that you're like, what happened to like Missy Elliott, or what happened to this, or what happened to this person. Although they might be doing something behind the scenes, they're probably still successful. They kind of stop making music because they can't keep up with the times.
It's hard. That's the hardest part about music. It's the keeping up with the kids.
The change.
The kids, essentially. Because kids are the ones that are going to mega stream your shit, buy the merch, buy the fucking 40-year-old dudes and sitting in their fucking home working 50 hours a week aren't sitting there going, FriendlyFire DZ. No, it's always... Every 10 years, it's like a new generation of motherfuckers coming into
But also not kind of abandoning what you guys are good at just to appease other people at the same time.
You've got to stay true.
Yeah.
Well, so we would say Ghost for the hip hop, right? I'd probably say Ghost is one of my favorite, or Heavy.
Ghost, Heavy.
Until we say...
But that whole album, whole Ghost album
is crazy.
So guys, if you haven't, DZ and FriendlyFire, they both have albums.
What's that, 2024? Was that 2024?
Bro, yeah, they have albums. They have a whole fucking... what is it called?
Discography,
what is it?
Discography.
Discography. That sounds like a weird made up word.
Well, also the new song, 23rd, I guess we should mention. Appreciate that shit.
By the way, we have a snippet right here of our first song of the year, everybody. Check this shit out.
This shit's cool, bro. Full went Latino as with it. With the
let's go, baby. Bit of Bad Bunny.
Yeah. Okay. Dice, baby, ve qué rico que se siente cuando música te entra a la mente. They just hate it, but we learn how to accept it. That we the best, baby, telling me no mientes. Ve qué rico que se siente cuando música te entra a la mente. They just hate it, but we learn how to accept it. That we the best, baby, telling me no mientes. Y no mientes when we enter. You just confess we the best, ain't no better. Ve qué pasa en mi casa.
Leaving dots on your body like a vaca. I love that line, cunt.
I'm pretty sure it's actually meant to be no mientas in some of those parts, but I made the song no mientes because it's like no lie. Yeah. So no mientes and no mientas are different in Spanish. No mientas is like you're telling someone, don't lie to me. No mientes is like no lie. Like no lie, we the best. Like, you're not lying. Like we but so but it rhymes. I needed the rhyme. So but
and it works. Like saying don't lie or like no lie, we're the best. Like no lie, we're the best works.
And that comes out on the 23rd, I believe. So you can appreciate that.
Because that's the thing, guys. It's like there's been periods of your life, and like you guys, we're all living our different lives. We all have responsibilities and shit. DZ's got a family. Fucking FriendlyFire's always trying to even fucking trade or just get through life, right? But you guys sometimes are like a bit hard on yourselves. Like, oh, we haven't been making music, blah blah blah. When you look back at Spotify. You guys have a library.
We're going hard.
You're going hard. So if you haven't already, guys, just go back in the vault. Yeah. Just press play on anything. And it's bound to be a banger, man.
And City to City just came out too, so check that one out as well. But all right, so for the hip hop, we'd say that. But what's your favorite song you've made? Just your EDM type of stuff on your own.
On the EDM type of stuff,
there's a few of these too, so we'll try pump. Through a bunch of them, but.
Honestly, probably. Simula 67, anything on Simula 67. Yeah. Like Simula 67 for me was really like when I've kind of went to the next level with my EDM stuff.
What's your song? There's one song of yours that I fucking love.
Is it on Simula 67?
Yeah, I believe so. FriendlyFire. Which one is it?
By the way, for my next album, we've all recorded the next part of the story to Confessions to a Doctor. All right, so keep up with the lore, man. There's a fun little Easter egg in there between the albums. All right, it's going to all get filmed as skits in the future. We're leaving it all open for stories.
I don't think it is on this album. Escapado de Aquí is probably my favorite on that one.
Yeah, it's on Simula 67.
But on Something Beyond, it's...
Actually, bro, my favorite song I've ever made, no.
I like You Thought I Would, but that's not the one I'm thinking of.
Tell Me Lies.
Jazz Club 2 is fucking a banger. Is it not on Something Beyond? Dubstep is Dead, maybe?
Tell Me Lies. That's my favorite song I've ever made.
Black Flag is cracking.
Black Flag.
Black Flag.
Black Flag.
Yeah, Black Flag is crazy.
I'm sorry.
What track am I thinking of?
Where is it?
It's hard with EDM because they don't got words, so you don't know which song's the song.
Nah, mine's Tell Me Lies. These Feelings, Vibrations.
Fuck.
But yeah, guys, versatile, man. I think versatile is the word I would describe you guys in one word if I had only one word. So I think there's something for everyone. You know how certain albums, like, you can kind of, like, you know, some artists you like, you know, if they're just a one trick pony, you're not going to like any song in the album.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's some songs maybe, because different strokes for different folks, right? You know, some people, you know, there's always those songs where some people resonate more with some songs in albums
Yeah.
than others.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, man, there's something for everyone in these albums, man.
I think it's I Don't Need You. Yeah, that
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
I Don't Need You. That's
Yeah.
cracker. And
Yeah.
fucking Destination Sleep is cracker too. Fuck, you make good music, man.
Yeah.
Thank you, boys. I appreciate it. And do you want to,
Yeah, what were you saying? The key?
yeah, so the key that I found was because I started doing, people forget, we started doing the dubstep shit first. Remember? When I learned how to produce one of the hardest genres. And that's why the learning curve for me was so hard.
Went backwards.
That's why it took me like fucking 8 years to get good, because I was doing dubstep. It's the hardest shit to learn. And then when I fucking finally got good at it after 8 years, the hip hop shit was like easy. I can make a hip hop beat in literally fucking 7 minutes. Like
Yeah.
that.
You learn kind of backwards.
Yeah.
Like-
So I learned backwards. So I'm like, okay, well, fuck. And then that's why. And then with him being able to rap, it was just almost like like the last puzzle piece to the puzzle. It was
Yeah.
just like, okay, easy, ding, 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 ding. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? So
Yeah, so thank you for listening. Check out the music if you haven't. Next one says, does 2026 feel like it's going to be a good year? Something about the number
Yes.
26. Yeah, I agree. I got good vibes, man. Especially I got the house clean like I wanted it when the time
Yeah.
ticked over, boy.
I mean, I guess you're in control of that. You know what I mean? In terms of world news, which we'll get to in a little bit, already it's shaping up to
No,
be...
but it's always like that.
It's always
man.
like that,
It's
right?
always
I think
like
what it's about is not letting outside influence and like outside news that doesn't really
Put the
interrupt
phone
your life.
down, bruh. Touch
yeah.
grass.
Yeah, legit. And I was saying off air before, like, you know, me being offline, like, you know, not saying everyone has to go offline, but I'm just walking proof that, like, ignorance is bliss in terms of, like, the less you know, kind of, the better to a certain
100%.
extent. You know
it
what I mean?
doesn't. Think of everything that's happened lately in world news on the world stage, and imagine if you didn't see it, how different your life would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not at all. You
'Cause
still
even-
go to work. You
Yeah.
still fucking do the same shit.
yeah.
Because even if you choose not to think about it, you still know it's out there.
People
And
talk about it.
It's good to be knowledgeable about world news, just so you can kind of not be a full alien. Hey, alien. You know, and not have any clue. Like, it's kind of good to be informed, but kind of let it roll off your back.
It's like
you know
also
what I mean?
useless information.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's good vibes this year.
Yeah.
It is what you make it.
Next one says, whatever happened to all the pop stars from the 2000s and what's going on with how they look now? My conspiracy
We were
mind is
just
to selling
touching
your
on that.
soul.
Adapting
No,
and...
we just spoke about it. It's hard to adapt. Like
Yeah.
all those people from the 2000s, we were all teenagers. So those artists like your 50 Cents, Eminem's, Lloyd Banks, fucking Tony Yayo, Missy Elliott, they were all like 30, 35 years old back then. So now they're all pushing their 60s, 65. These guys are fucking unks. They're full on unks. It would be weird as shit if you got a 65-year-old 50 Cent
Talking about
going,
lean.
I'm a fuck you bitch,
Yeah.
pulling
Yeah.
up in the... So I
Yeah.
feel like the smart artists that are good at their craft know the time is up.
Like Eminem.
Like Stranger Things, not releasing that extra episode to
Yes,
fuck it up.
It's finished.
Yeah.
I'm assuming if you were smart with your money, which a lot of them weren't,
No.
if you were smart, like Lloyd Banks apparently was rich and he went bankrupt within 3 years or some
Yeah.
shit. If you were smart with your money, you would have put aside a stack, invested it, property, real estate, stocks,
Yeah.
businesses, and now you're in like 50 Cent. Now you're enjoying the fruits of your work
Yeah.
from back then. I feel like that's all it is.
And even if you're behind the scenes, like you're more of a Dr. Dre or 50 Cent
Yeah.
businessman or producer, where
Yeah.
you don't really get credit, but you're still
you
involved
can
in the
still
music
make
world.
some money from it, yeah.
Because let's face it, right? If you don't have the passion for music, like there's some artists out there, not naming any names, 21 Savage, Lil Baby, anyone from Atlanta, really, they are only in it
for the money.
for the money.
Yeah.
And some of them have actually come out and basically said that.
Yeah.
And you can hear it in their rap. Like they're not a fan of rap, they're a fan of money.
Yeah.
And they're a fan of clout. It's almost like, you know, the normies, you know, a lot of us post just to get attention. Some people drop songs just for attention and clout and to stay relevant.
100%.
And they don't do it because they're in love with it. So the people from the 2000s, they're either not really relevant just because, you know, natural causes or because the passion just wasn't there.
Yeah.
And it's a different world now.
It's like,
Different world.
it's like Eminem. Like you like you're saying, you become an unk, right? You can still keep making music. Like Eminem's clearly passionate about music and rapping. but he knows he's old, so he just leans into the corny shit and like saying stupid bars and like he's not. He said that he's like, I don't have that aggression anymore. Like people want the Slim Shady era, but like that
I'm
was
fucking
coming
60 years old.
It was coming from a place of aggression. Like I don't have that shit no more.
Do you think Eminem will keep making music?
Until he dies.
Yeah.
I reckon a lot of these dudes these days. We've never really been in such a modern world. It's never happened before, right? Like I was even saying,
What do you mean?
like I have this thought where like it's normal now for someone to be 50 years old, 60 years old, Joey Diaz doing podcasts every week, right? That's never happened before.
Yeah.
So you think it's weird, but we're growing up in a time where kids are growing up with technology and with influencers and with this. So it's not going to be weird for someone who's later in age being an internet star. You know what I mean? Like, it's becoming less and less weird. So it's normal for these people. Like, it seems weird to us because we grew up in a time where this shit didn't exist. So it's like, it's a young person's thing.
Yeah.
But that's kind of fading away. You know what I mean? So it's like, I always think about that. I worry. I'm like, am I really going to be like 45 doing a podcast, being on FireCast? And then I think,
Yes,
that's
you are,
not really
'cause
that.
I'll make you.
That's not that weird. It's
No.
not weird.
It's
you know
not
what I
weird.
mean?
Joey,
Like, it's
Joey
not,
Diaz is 60 years old.
He's
He's the
63-year-old
funniest
man.
podcast ever. Like,
You know, so that's what I'm saying. It's like we're changing in his world. So that's why these rappers like Eminem and The Game and stuff, they have bars talking about you're 60 and you're still rapping. Like back in the 90s and shit, they would diss each other by saying how old like Benzino is still trying to rap. And now they're all that age trying to rap still.
Yeah.
Because it's different now.
Did
It's normal.
Did you hear The Game's taking shots at Kendrick Lamar? And
Yeah, he's an idiot.
He's an
The
idiot.
Game, he wants to say he's relevant.
He did the same thing with Slim Shady.
Yeah.
He released the Black Slim Shady, and he took shots at Eminem. And he's like, "I'm a better rapper. I'm a better lyricist
and
than
then they
Eminem."
didn't respond.
He didn't even respond.
We got him on a song, which I'm very grateful for.
Oh, I'm very good. Yeah,
Thank
The
you, Game.
Thank you. But
Thanks, Unc.
But the clout chase.
But
is
know your place.
crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Anyway, the next one says, "What is your New Year resolution, boys?"
God.
I'm skipping a couple of these guys.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's-
Yeah, fed him.
I think for me, New Year's resolution is probably just
I'm going to get back in the gym this year.
yeah.
Yeah, I've lacked the past like 2-3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, mine's that as well,
Yeah.
but also just trying to be more present and enjoying right now rather than because I feel like a lot of goals, we spoke about this last year,
Yeah.
but I look forward to long-term goals and not what's in front of me.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I mean
yeah.
that constant wait, and then when that
Yeah.
goal is here, it's gone like a flash in a pan, and I'm like, we should. I know it's cliche. This is literally like someone wrote it back at a fortune cookie or something, but like it really is true that like it's hard to just stop and smell the roses and like I feel like I need to be more present and enjoy what's
savor it.
happening now.
Yeah.
Like little moments. Like I was bitching about spending New Year's with my family. Even that shit, right? Like
Yeah, yeah.
just enjoy that
for what it is.
because you know.
I agree. I want to be better at that too.
Is it hard with a
I'm pretty-
dove and she's grown before your eyes and even
Yeah,
physically in
it
the
is
first 4
hard.
years?
I'm a lot better at it now than I was, but yeah, definitely that savoring the moments, savoring the good times, the little things. But also, I want to step up my content game, man, which I have been. If you've noticed, I want to do more engaging shit, posting myself more, talking more. I want to even maybe branch out, do some vlogging type shit, gym content type shit. Like similar question, someone says Clash deck because I've been posting on my story. I was posting Clash Royale shit. I've been playing Clash Royale. You ever played that game?
Yeah.
And I posted these stories and Mads, shout out AKL Mads, sent me a message and they're like, add me and we'll verse. Verse ya.
That's hilarious.
Oh, verse her on it. But Clash deck, man. Mega Knight one lane, Battle Ram in the other. I've used the same deck since fucking 2017. Bro, that shit's goated. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. I'm actually trash at it. So,
Yeah.
But next one, how much do you weigh?
Trying to fuck or what? What's going on here?
How much do you
what
weigh?
the heck?
I weigh about 94.
Never ask a man his weight, man.
Yeah.
How much do you weigh?
I'm 60 on the dot.
60.
Yep, very light. I'm trying to get... So my goal for the end of the year, which I don't think is going to happen, but I want to get to 67.
By the end of the year?
Yep.
Shit, you better be on those mutant mass shakes, bro.
Yeah. Well, no, the problem with me is, right, so that's the heaviest I've ever been, 67. And let me tell you something. I don't like eating food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like
Do you not get hungry much?
No. Like, I don't feel hungry. I don't like the sensation of eating. Whereas I have a lot of friends, my wife, my beautiful wife is over there.
Are you fat shaming your wife right now?
No. She's a tank, right?
Yeah.
You know when
She could squat you.
You know when the male,
I think she has
you know
squat- I
when
think
the
she has
male is
squat
supposed to finish the woman's food.
Yeah.
She finishes my food.
Oh my god, that's funny.
Yeah. So she's a beast,
Hasn't
right?
she actually squatted you before?
Yeah, she can squat me easily. Yeah. So she, for example, loves the sensation of eating, right? But she works out every day, hard as fuck, aggressive. So her body obviously needs the fuel. So you constantly, we all know that. When you go to the gym, you feel hungrier.
Yeah.
So that's why I want to get back in the gym. It's going to help me with the eating. I don't like the sensation of eating. I don't feel hungry. Even when I'm hungry and I start eating, I'll get like halfway through the meal and I'm like, instantly my brain's like, dude, this is shit.
Really?
Yeah. I don't like the sensation of it.
Yeah,
So it's hard for me to stack on those kilos. And when I was at my heaviest was when I was roof tiling. And me and two of like my best mates, we would bring... So this is how much of a fat cunt I was being, right? Unhealthy as fuck, right? But this is what I was doing to maintain this weight. 5 a.m. start. We'd stop at the servo. Ice creams, a Red Bull, meat pie, lollies, chocolate. 5 in the morning.
Wow.
All three of us, bang, in the truck. Bang, bang, smashing it, sculling these Red Bulls. I'm having ice cream. I'm having Magnum ice creams at 5 a.m.
What the fuck?
Yep. Get to the job, bang. I'd eat my lunch. We'd all eat our lunch at by 9 a.m. Okay? Then lunch would come. We've all eaten our lunch. So, we've got to go get takeaway. Mind you, this is like fucking 10 years ago now where roof tiling apprenticeships, I was literally, this is no exaggeration, I was on $380 a week.
That's crazy.
$380 a week because that's what a first
and half
year,
of that's gone with all the food you buy.
half of that was for food. $50 was for a tank of fuel, which was back in the day, and then I'd spend the rest on weed on the weekend, right?
Yeah.
So lunch is gone, so we have to go get something. Obviously, I'm not going to starve. And then what we were doing, we'd go to a Porto, Red Rooster. Anywhere with a chicken, we'd buy a full chicken each or half a chicken. Bang, smash it. Bang, 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 bang. Then on the way home from work, servo stop again. Slushies, ice creams, lollies, chocolates, another Red Bull. From there, jump in our cars, go to the gym. Bang, smash it.
How do you want to train after eating like that? I feel like when I train, I have to eat good. Otherwise, I don't go to the gym.
It was like the whole unhealthy bulk approach.
I'm
Oh,
dirty bulk
okay.
too. I dirty
Yeah.
bulk. Fuck.
So
See,
it's
that's
really
why
unhealthy
our
for you.
body weights
Like-
are different. You guys at this age, maybe for the rest of your lives, you can probably put away food that ain't that healthy, and you could like not get fat.
Yeah.
If I look at a cheeseburger, my left ass cheek is growing about. Like I'm like love handles grow a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Like I have to be real kind of like careful with that shit.
Yeah.
I weigh 63.5.
Yeah.
I want to be 70.
70 would be ideal.
By the end of the year, I'll be
But it's
70 kilos.
hard.
Easy. I think I can do it easy, but
Yeah.
I'm the same thing. I struggle with an appetite, man. But I'm getting better.
Does it help when you work out more often and hard? Does it? Because I feel like the more I've been really consistent. Even over the holidays, I was training through the holidays at the CrossFit gym, and I feel like my appetite is good when I'm training. But when I stop training,
Yes.
then it lacks.
Yeah,
Yes.
at working out helps. I struggle with breakfast. I wake up in the morning. I have a coffee because me and my missus, I do late shift now. So we wake up whatever time, have a coffee because it's like fucking slow.
Yeah.
We fight. We're like, it's your turn. Go make us coffee. And our daughter's in the bed trying to get us to do shit.
Yeah.
But that's our routine. I'm so tired and I have a coffee in the morning and I wake up, but then I'm not hungry. So then I go to the gym. I usually work out fasted. Or if I'm being good, I have a shake before I go to the gym and then have a pre-workout, go to the gym and skip the coffee. But that's hard. If I have the coffee, then I'm not hungry. And then after I work out is usually when I work up an appetite. Come home at like fucking 10, 11 and then smash like bacon and eggs or something. But
Yeah.
I need to work on that. I'm getting better, but it's fucking hard, bro. This one says, what cars do you drive?
I've got a work ute.
Yeah.
What is it?
A Ranger.
Ranger, nice.
Awesome car.
They're good.
Again, big debate. Cars, I hate cars. Right?
Me neither.
Because
none of us are really car
whatever
guys,
car,
are we?
whatever car you drive, half the world hates it.
Yeah.
It's the shittest car in the
And
world.
if it's
It's
loud,
shit.
and if it's loud, if anyone's listening to this and you think that you're the shit for having a loud car, go find the tallest building right around your area and just jump off. Because I feel like, bro, it's so
Imagine
funny.
starting that up at fucking 7 a.m. to go to work,
Bro.
kissing everyone off.
Some people actually think they're the shit, like they're Tony Stark.
They love it.
Yeah.
They fucking love it.
I don't get
and
it,
it looks
man.
like shit. I mean, as long as it's got 4 wheels and it drives, I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck, bro.
Yeah.
I drive
What do you drive?
a Kia Stonic or Mitsubishi Outlander.
Yeah, nice.
You're in a Ute too. What's your
Yeah,
Ute?
a Mazda BT50. But
Yeah.
mine's my Ute, but work pays for it, so it's all good.
Yeah.
It felt good getting the Stonic when we bought. That's the first car. Like that's the first adult thing we've ever done.
Yeah, the
Is
first
buy,
car's
a car,
always
like,
good,
on a
yeah.
loan, like we financed it, and it's brand new, 2024 model, fucking beautiful car. But then also got the Mitsubishi Outlander, which is another good car. But
then-
I've
but then
never been a fucking car.
But then you
like-
realize it's just a money pit.
Yeah,
You're always
it's-
it depreciates in value. There's
Yeah.
something that goes wrong.
I've
or
said that.
there's
I'm
fuel.
like, imagine if we spent the same money we're paying on this car every week. We just put it into a savings account.
yeah.
We'd be laughing.
But also, you couldn't go anywhere though.
Yeah, but we needed it. We did need it. This one says, "Who misses COVID?" COVID was fun.
I do a little bit.
Yeah, sitting at home playing
I do a
Among
little
Us.
bit. That shit.
Among Us.
Although when I did get it, I got fucked up pretty bad. Like I was pretty bad. Maybe I'm a bit dramatic as well. Whatever. I'll accept
I got
that.
it bad too.
But I had it bad once. But then the rest, I think I got it
Yeah,
twice
nah.
or 3 times. But that's it.
Nah, yeah, I do miss it.
Um,
I can't wait for the next pandemic.
Are you
touch wood, it
saying
doesn't
you miss
happen,
it because you feel like you're all? It's like
Getting
feels
paid
like
to do nothing at
Yeah,
home.
it feels like you're on a massive sleepover. Like
I was getting paid to play games with my friends.
massive sleepover.
But what was it back then? It was only like $700, so you could only afford to pay your bills, but it didn't matter because your bills are paid, so you're there playing games and shit, bro.
Yeah, that part, it was interesting. Like, I get what you're saying by a sleepover. It was like the first time everyone's like in the same
same
boat.
boat.
A new thing.
Yeah,
like, this
yeah.
is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, well, it's like when your teacher's away in primary school, but then they split you up and you go to the different classrooms in little groups.
Yeah.
This one says, there's a couple more of these. How much money for you to drink the dirty food left in the sink?
How much? Oh, you don't have to pay me much to drink the dirty food that's left in the sink.
Yeah.
Bro, you give me like.
That's pretty gross.
How
man.
much would you do it for?
Oh, bro, hold up. If the hold up. If the water has washed it away and it's like clean pasta with meats, I reckon $500.
At this point, I'd do it for $100. Give me, give me a straw.
It's gross, bro. It's fucked
It's this guy.
It depends. Like I would strategically eat stuff that goes well together. Like I'm sorry, like before I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna have pasta, I'm gonna have steak, I'm gonna have some egg, I don't know, some. I reckon $500 minimum.
$500, maybe we're talking
1,000.
It is just food.
It is just food,
Soggy
yeah.
food.
$1,000.
Now, different story if someone was saying how much to eat a solid turd out of the toilet.
Nah.
Now, how much? Everyone's got a price. Everyone's got a price. Everyone's got a price.
100,000. I'll eat shit.
Yeah.
I'll do it for $1 million.
100,000. I'll do it.
I'll take a massive bite out of it, my shit. For
No,
$1
no, it
million.
can't be your own. It can't be
Someone
your own.
else's shit.
It can't be your own.
Joey's shit.
It's going to be
Nah,
mine
nah.
after a bender.
After Guzman.
After a bender.
A grog bog.
Nah.
This one says, speaking of grog, what is the best beer?
Great Northern for the 5th year in a row. Great Northern Super
Carlton
Crisp.
Draft.
I think of Iggy. If I see a Great Northern, I'm not a beer dude, so I'm not going to answer. But when I see a Great Northern, I do think of Iggy every time.
Yeah.
Because I feel like he should have a sponsorship with Iggy.
All right, man.
Get a tat right there.
Great Northern. I will get the
swordfish.
I will get the
Yeah.
swordfish
That's
tattooed
a mad
if they
tattoo.
sponsor us. Make this a clip and tag them.
Let's go.
I will
Great-
get it tattooed
Great
and we'll
Northern.
film it.
I'll
film
get that too. We'll tattoo the marlin on us.
if you sponsor us. We want a box of beer a month.
Voted
Is that
best
hard?
upcoming podcast in Australia.
I always get
FireCast.
so G'd up when we have a break from the pod in the first episode back. I'm just like, sorry. Anyhow.
But for me, it's probably Carlton Draft or something. Like, I like them harder beers
Yeah.
a little bit. Great Northern's a good beer though, easy to drink. But
Well, one beer of the year in Australia again.
yeah, it
Well,
always
the
does.
only beer that I'm like,
It's
you
the
know
most
what?
versatile.
The only beer that I'm like, this is the least shit out of all of them is Stone and Wood, a pale ale.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, do
I
ya?
hate Stonewood.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know
man,
what it is.
It's love. You either love it or you hate it,
Yeah.
man. That's
Isn't it weird how taste buds work? Like you can eat this, you can eat or drink the same thing, and one person could be like nut or yeah.
Really? You like Stonewood?
Yeah. But then again, I'm not a good kind of like example of someone that should be rating beer. You know what I mean?
This one says, is that the next one? Yes. What is your tips for keeping a long-term relationship exciting?
Get her to put different coloured wigs on.
Good sex.
Anal beads.
Nah.
I mean, sex is obvious, but I think like exciting relationship. I feel like you gotta, other than inside the bedroom, I feel like
Explore places.
yeah, explore places and do new things as much as you can. It is hard money wise, but new things and exciting things doesn't have to be expensive. I think I was stuck in the thought that I had to spend money to treat Tori to something, but then I realized women don't always want what's expensive. It's more
Yeah.
it's sentimental
Yeah,
and,
that
and,
counts.
and being considered. You know what I mean? Like if you consider your partner and be like, let's just say if she loves this certain book or she loves it, or she's been hinting to you like, oh, I really been like, I've never seen snow before. Like I really one day, and then you go, you know what? I'm going to take her to Threadbow and we're going to go skiing. She might hate the skiing, but you learn skiing together. And it's like, you see snow and it's like just being considered as a woman and as a partner, whether it's a man or, but I think as well, I think the women just want to be thought about. And
they're actually very simple creatures, but sometimes as men we get complacent.
Yeah.
And you
Oh, no, of
forget
course.
how simple it actually is to keep them happy.
I think you get comfortable because you can fall into stages. Now, there's going to be like rough patches in any long relationship, and I think it's the easy option, or isn't it? It's not easy, but because we live in a world that so enables you to just jump from relationship to relationship, it's easy to just go, you know what, fuck this, I'm out. But it's those people that will never be happy because if you can't experience the sun without the rain, right? And then a lot of people go, I'm done, right? But it's like, it's what you got to really weigh it up. Like what the pros and the cons. If you can sit there and the pros far outweigh the cons, then what are you doing even thinking about leaving? And a lot of these people, guys and girls, but more guys, I'd assume, it's just like, oh yeah, whatever. I can just go on to the next one or the next. But it's more than, I don't know. It's more than that.
The grass is green where you water it. You know, it's a commitment. And when you have kids,
it is hard, right? Like it's
never easy.
And I feel like there's that thing where like love is a choice kind of thing, where it's like it's not a choice, it's a feeling, but the feeling evades you after the honeymoon phase. Which, by the way, honeymoon phase, you should try to make that a consistent kind of phase. But let's face it, right? The first is just lust. The first, you just want to get in there. Right? You want like,
you're trying to get in the pink cave.
Right, right. And you never want to leave. It's warm in there. It's cozy, right?
It makes you feel safe. You love it.
Yeah. But then eventually, like if you can't sit there, eventually your women are going to dry up, right? Eventually, you won't be able to get hard anymore unless you're on the Viagra, right? But if you can't play Scrabble with your partner when you're 70 and you're over them because all you wanted was sex, then you got something wrong. Like you need to have that deeper connection, right? And I think it's easy as men, especially. We're just such cavemen. And I've done this. I've been guilty of this in the past. You focus on just the physical, right?
Yeah.
And then when you think that you're not getting what you want, now this is deeper, like obviously this is a personal experience, but when you are thinking that you're not getting what you want, you start not giving the other person what they want because you think your problems are bigger than your partner's.
Like you're justified in being like this because they're not.
And what happened first, the chicken or the egg?
Yeah.
Like if you're not doing anything because the girl's not putting out or vice versa, but then you're not taking her out on dates anymore and you're not doing this.
That's why she's not putting out.
That's why she's not putting out. So it's like you got to treat the person right to reap the rewards. Not that I'm not saying you got to treat them right just to fuck, but I'm saying like it's a two-way street and it's easy to get caught up in your own problems and not think about the other person.
It's a commitment, and you got to understand if you got a good person, you got a good person, man, and it's worth watering it and nurturing it.
And there's so many people out there that are fuckwits, man. Like there's so many problems, and there's like if your partner really does the things in your relationship that helps you improve as an individual and makes you feel good, and laughing for me as well in a relationship is like
that's the biggest.
That's the biggest thing, bro.
Yeah, that's
if
the biggest
you can't
one.
laugh.
I'm telling you, find a woman who makes you laugh, and you'll be sweet.
Yeah,
like my wife every day, bro. I'm like snickering. Like at this bitch, she's just doing something so goofy, and I'm like, this is awesome. Like, this is so good. Like
my only advice, if you have kids, would be to just.
Oh yeah, what about what's after kids? 'Cause we're speaking before kids.
Yeah,
it obviously levels up in difficulty.
What's it like after
kids?
After kids can get hard, man, because you get so caught up in the routine. Like
the kid,
like like just an example, right? Morning sex, out of the question. You have kids, it's gone, right? We're woken up by our daughter every day, right? So it's gone, right? That doesn't happen. But that's just an example of like how things you have to adjust, right? And if that's something you really enjoyed, then, you got to find ways. That's why I think exploring, doing stuff, keeping it fresh, and just remembering why you're together, right? It's a commitment, right? Like my partner is so good, man. She's the best. So,
is it behind the scenes shit she does that you don't see? Like, I find it hard to not appreciate everything that Tori does. I do appreciate it, but it's easy to take it for granted when you don't see the work. Because I'm at work, right? She works from home. So she'll do shit that I don't know she's doing. And then I come home and the house is spotless. And it's like, we're going on a 3-month Europe trip. She's got an Excel spreadsheet of everywhere we're going. But then, but then I see the result. But then I don't sometimes appreciate everything.
See the
So I
work.
can imagine Rose and Chloe, right? Like women are very. That's the thing, bro. Women are very like all over their shit. Where I feel like we are, right, but in different ways. We kind of
Women are just good at it.
They're just
It's
good
very
at.
different.
Yeah, I
But
don't know.
yeah, you just got to keep it fresh, man. You just
Yeah.
got to do things together and remember
Yeah.
why you're together in the first place.
Yeah.
This one says, do you believe in alien abduction stories?
Well, I mean, this was right on the nose. Man, there's a lot of holes, right? What do you think?
I
Iggy?
want to believe.
Yeah, what do you think, Iggy?
I don't think I believe a single one. In theory, a lot of the stories would make for awesome Netflix shows. But Barbara from down the road who swears she got picked up by an alien, got something stuck up her ass, and then she woke up in the driveway.
And it was her husband.
Come on. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think so. Again, it's a weird one because I'm in two minds. I do believe somewhere out there in this universe.
What were we talking
I don't know.
about?
I can't remember what we're talking about. Next question. I fucking totally forgot what the
What were we
fuck.
talking
The
about?
camera cut out, everyone. So
the question?
the aliens. I know none of us believe it.
No, yeah, I think.
okay.
So what I was thinking, I think that like the like, I believe that some of them actually think
It happened.
that it happened.
Yeah.
But what someone thinks and what is actually reality is two
Yeah,
completely different stories.
Yeah.
Abduction, I don't know, but like stories like the Bob Lazar story, that shit that's probably the most compelling. But
Or he's just the best liar known to man.
Yeah.
only a couple more of these guys. This one says, how did you meet your significant others?
School.
I think all of us, parties for school time.
High school.
Mine was the gym.
You met Tori at the
You met
gym?
Penrose at the gym.
I mean, I knew her like through mutual friends,
But you
but I
was
never actually was in her presence. I just knew that she existed on socials, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh. But then she would go to the gym. Her and would train together, and they used to laugh at me and my ex because my ex was so miserable when we were just so miserable together. Tori was like, we'd always be like, they don't even look like they're together. Like I remember going up to my ex, like I'm not naming any names, but. This is how fucked up I was. This is how used to toxic love that I was. I stayed with someone that like at the gym, she would talk to like my friends would come up to her and she'd talk, and I'd go up to her and she'd just snob me, or like not snob me, but like just be like colder to me than she would with like other people. And then I'm like,
That's weird.
that's fucking weird,
Not
right? Like,
normal.
yeah, and like obviously there was like, you know, I was a bit of the problem, she was a bit of the problem looking back now. But it's kind of like one of those things where you know deep down when you're in a relationship and you know you're not meant to be in there, but at the time you're blinded by the...
Yeah.
It's like a Stockholm syndrome.
You're in the bubble. Yeah.
So did you approach Tori in the gym?
So I approached her with a DM, right? I slid in those DMs like, whew, you know what I mean? Like in third base. But I was literally like massive paragraph I sent her, the first one. And I remember her being like...
Massive
Paragraph
red flag.
of what?
I remember,
What do you mean? He's sending her a paragraph.
He sent her a poem.
Not the first message, but I remember because I'm such a chatterbox in real life.
Yeah.
I was like that in Instagram. So I'd be like, oh hey, how are you? And then I wouldn't just write little bubbles. I'd do replies that were like this.
Oh my
And,
god.
hey, hold up. She was reciprocative,
Yeah,
right? She was reciprocating.
Jesus.
But I remember she was apparently showing some of her friends, like, oh, look at this guy. Like, we were like, teen ass, right?
Look at this guy.
And
What the fuck?
anyway, and then eventually I was like, you know, I was seeing her at the gym one day and I was like, all right, well, I'm going to go up to her and start talking to her. And I seen that she's seen me in the mirror, the gym mirror. So she's seen I was coming and I was like, oh, fuck, she's already seen me. So I walked over, and I was just like, we started talking. And I remember saying to her, like, I'm like, oh, when do you usually train? Like I was trying to put in the groundwork, you know what I mean? She goes, I usually train at 5:30 in the morning, blah, blah. Mind you, I've never trained in the morning in my life. But I go, yeah, I usually train in the morning as well. so I go, when do you when are you training there? She goes, oh, tomorrow. I'm like, oh, I'll meet you there. So I got up for the first time in my life to train in the morning. And not 4:30. I got up at 4:30, right? And I remember I got up and I was like, what the fuck? But I was so excited to get, like, it was the most keen I've been to get up in the morning.
mad.
And I was like, I was wiping sleep out of my eyes on the way to the gym and everything. And anyway, we get there and I'm like, so how are you? I'm like, yeah, good. So I'm on the stepper machine. You know, you warm up on the stepping machine. So we're just getting out talking, whatever, just working out. We worked out together. And that was the first and only time I've ever trained in the morning.
I like how you go. She goes, what time do you normally train? She goes, 5:30. And you're like, yeah, me too. She's
Yeah, me
never
too.
seen you there before like 5:30.
See, and that's the start of a horrible Netflix love rom-com.
that's
Yeah,
cool.
right.
That's
That's
actually
awesome.
cool.
And then I hadn't been back since in the morning.
I met Rose at a little park, bro. We were young, man. So like my mates and that were just out underage drinking around the area and shit in a park. And my mates used to hang out with her mates from school, and she came out one time. And it was, it's so funny when you look in hindsight how it's like there's something else pulling you together.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
It's like
yeah.
some other thing, because shit that just like I felt like one of my mates was talking to her, and I felt a type of way about it when I normally wouldn't have. And I went up,
he's getting
and
jealous.
I said that to my mate, and then my mate's like, "All right, that's fine, bro. Fair enough. Well, she's all yours, bro. Like it's all good." Like, and then it just, it just went from there. But that's when I reflect back on it, I'm like that night, I'm like, that is so weird that happened. Like, and I was high as too. Like I was smoking weed heaps back then. And Rose hates that.
Yeah.
Rose always hated that shit. So it was even weird that she was interested in me too. Like she always said, as soon as she saw me, like she just knew. And it's just weird. Like it's just bizarre.
Yeah.
You know?
Bro,
Like,
hey,
divine intervention, man.
my wife spoke about it in our vows, man. The invisible string theory. Oh my god!
I tried to
bro.
prevent it. I tried to prevent it.
How do you
I tried to
always
prevent
do
it.
that?
We've been about 2 hours.
It was slipping. I tried to grab it.
Do that. Right.
Wait, what are we talking about? What was it?
I don't know.
The invisible string theory, and then
Oh,
by the
yeah.
way, we've drunk a whole bottle of fucking whiskey.
A whole bottle.
I don't know if you can see it on the YouTube.
They never sponsored us, so we won't say what whiskey
Yeah,
it was.
No.
Dogs.
But invisible string theory. What was that again? Invisible string theory? You just think that like there's
No matter
something
what,
pulling you.
you were always,
Yeah.
you were destined to be together.
You were meant to
essentially.
find each other.
Always. So
There is 2 more of these, guys.
let's go.
How are you different from your old self last year?
See, that's a hard one. 'cause
I'm not.
we're so
Well, the year just started.
The year just started.
10
so-
days in.
But I don't know. It's a weird one because I feel like every day I do feel just like a little bit more like
On the right
wiser or mature, even if it's only like 0.01%. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that's what you should be trying to achieve. Just every day, you're just like even just 1%.
A little bit better every day.
Yeah, whatever it is, you're like, you know what I mean?
I think
But-
it's just life experiences that you come across. It's like anything, right? Like learning a new thing or whatever. It's like nothing prepares you for life unless you experience it and you
Yeah.
make mistakes, you fuck up, and whatever things happened the year before, and you're like, oh well, fuck, that was shit, and then you learn how to deal with whatever you've experienced, but only through experiences. But I don't feel different, but I just feel like I said, the more I experience in life, the more I take in, the more I know what to do and what not to do, and yeah, you're always going to fuck up and make mistakes, but I think,
As long as you learn from it.
yeah, exactly.
we'll come back to this question in a couple months.
The next one is last one, by the way, guys, and then we can get on to the news. Do you think humans are an alien experiment? No.
No. I used to be more tinfoil hat like, and now I'm just like dismissing everything. I don't know why.
We're not an alien experiment, but what are we though? Like, what the fuck actually are we?
We're like the Sims. We're the Sims. There's no real.
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like we're just
Depending on the day, man.
It's a simulation.
We are 100% in a simulation. This shit is not real. Half of the shit you can't do is just a joke.
yeah.
It's not real. It's not real. You see all these fucking NPCs online and shit. You're like, there's no way someone has done that. Like, you know what I mean? Simulation theory. I'm telling you, 5 years ago, you asked me this question. I used to think the simulation theory was the dumbest thing I ever heard. Now it's like the only thing that kind of makes sense.
Or is
to
there
me.
just so many people in the world that you have so many crazies where nothing is impossible? Like nothing is out of the scope of possibility because there is so many people. Like how many people are in the world? Like
8 billion.
You reckon?
Almost 9 billion now. I
9
think.
billion
So
people.
9 billion. That's a lot of chances for like the news to go, today some guy cut off his cock with a toothbrush or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean?
That's a good point.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, so
Yeah.
I think, I don't know, man. I'd like to think simulation, I'd like to think all this cool shit, but I just think there's so many people in the world where
There's a lot of cookers.
a lot of cooked cunts, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, speaking of cook cunts, I think that's it, man. On to the news, I guess.
Well, thank you guys for sending your questions,
Yeah,
man.
thank you. Look, guys, we appreciate everyone sending us questions. That's dz.tjm on Instagram, friendlyfire.tjm on
yes,
Instagram.
sir.
Same on TikTok. FireCast clips on TikTok. Follow us, man. You can hit the link and send us some questions. Pre-save the songs, all that shit.
Yeah, keep up with the
Yes,
music,
sir.
guys. Don't forget. I know this is a podcast, right? But don't forget these two over here are making music.
It's
man.
a music podcast.
Let's
all right?
go. That's
We're
how we
started,
musicians. This is what we do. This is about music.
Yeah.
And music only.
Yeah.
We don't deviate.
Yeah.
With a little bit.
Just music.
So, the first official news corner of the year.
2026.
There we go, boys.
Salud.
Salud.
Vamos arriba, cabrón.
What he said.
Now the whiskey's hitting me, finally. I'm ready to party. Let's put the masks back on. No, you don't have to put your mask
put on
back
the head.
Well, I'm putting on the mask. Joey, what's the first news
Give us the
story of
first.
2026?
Obviously, you guys already know, but let me read through this like it's just happened. But you all guys know. All right?
Venezuela! Free Venezuela! Venezuela!
In early January 2026, the U.S. launched a military operation in Caracas, capturing Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro and his wife, Celia
that shit.
Flores,
Took that shit.
and flew them to the U.S. to face long-standing narco-terrorism and drug trafficking charges. The U.S. said the goal was law enforcement, restoring democracy, and stabilizing Venezuela. The open talk about reshaping the country's oil sector. International bodies and legal experts say the operation was illegal, citing no UN Security Council approval and a violation of Venezuelan sovereignty. Public reaction is split. Some Venezuelans and opposition figures celebrated Maduro's removal, while many inside Venezuela and abroad called it an illegal invasion. Globally, the response was mostly condemnation, with the UN and multiple countries warning the move sets a dangerous precedent. Regime change for America has never gone well in the past, as we know, like Libya, Iraq, Cuba, and many more, which is why so many Americans are against this military action. It not just being about Venezuela, but it's about their own country's actions and the country they identify with, calling it blatant imperialism. Now, we should note, guys, there's mixed reactions in the world. A lot of people are saying Venezuelans are happy. That's not completely true, right? Although we can't forget how Venezuela has been run for the last since 2014, right? So since 2014, 7.7 million people, right, since Maduro has been in power, have fled Venezuela. And inflation since then has gone up by 1.3 million %.
Yes.
Literally. And this was before the US sanctions hit, like the tariffs and all that, right?
Yes.
And in that decade that followed, it got a lot worse because their GDP, which is their gross domestic product,
Yes.
shrank by about 75%, which is one of the largest contractions ever for a country that wasn't even at war at the time. They saw widespread poverty, malnutrition, severe shortages of food, medicine, and essential services, and political repression. Polls show, though, that 55% of people inside Venezuela oppose military action, and only 23% support it. While other polls showed that outside of Venezuela, 64% have condemned support the military action, while only 17% object it. Now, those numbers inside Venezuela, they might not be that accurate because they're probably too scared to speak out. You know what I mean? Like, they're very scared because it's actually happening to them.
The government also said that if you
speak out, support America,
you'll get consequences.
Yeah, a traitor, right? So those numbers aren't 100% factual, but even though, no matter how Maduro ran his country, I'm not saying he's a good guy, but the thing is, though, the fact that Donald Trump just
stole that shit.
He just stole that shit.
Took that shit, man.
But now, what happens when, for example, China with Taiwan, right? They've always had their finger on the trigger going, we just want to take that shit. Now they're probably going to go, well, Trump did it, America did it, let's do it. So I'm not supporting Maduro, right? And I'm just saying that as the United States, they're one of the heavy hitters, bro. They're like they're like your big bro, like as in like I know they're a bit, yeehaw, fucking but if they start doing this shit, what does it mean for the rest of the world?
That's the thing, right? People forget, right? Okay. whether it's good or bad, honestly, my goal for 2026 is to stop fucking even caring about this shit and ingesting it because it's just so crazy, right? But the same exact thing happened in fucking George Bush Sr.'s term with Noriega in Panama. America sees something that they want.
Cuba?
Yeah.
And they take it. Yeah, but the thing with all the other
Well, there
ones,
was Iraq. and-
Panama was literally the exact same.
Yes.
They, under similar circumstances,
Weren't they all the
narco
same?
charges, terrorism charges, they jumped in and they took Noriega.
Yeah.
But how did
That
that
was
end?
in George
How
Bush
did that end?
Sr. George
How-
Bush Sr.'s fucking term.
How'd that end, though?
Well,
Bad.
America had control of the Panama Canal shit. But the point I'm making is, it's not good or bad. I don't like this shit. But I'm just saying, people who comment and go, this is, I think this and this and this, they forget, like, hello, look back fucking 40 years. The same shit already happened. And it happens over and over again. History just repeats
Listen to me.
itself. America wanted the oil, so they took the fucking oil.
Listen to
That's
me.
what America does.
and they
man.
want the oil again.
Guys,
That's what they do.
you guys can complain and whinge and cry all you want. America is the big bad dog of the world. They want your shit, they're gonna fucking take it. And guess what? You ain't gonna do shit about it.
No one's gonna do
China's not
nothing.
gonna do shit. Russia's not gonna do fucking shit. Venezuela sure as hell ain't gonna do fucking shit. Iran's not gonna do shit. Iraq's not gonna do shit. Why? Because America has the most powerful military in the world.
I wish they wouldn't
can't
do
the
this shit.
UN?
I
Can't
wish
they?
they wouldn't.
Can't they like
No.
penalize them?
What are they gonna do, Joey? How are you gonna penalize the United States of America? Tell me how. Oh, you guys are so bad and evil. Oh my God. Let's do protests. They don't give two shits. Now Trump and all his fucking white rich old buddies have all fucking probably bought oil stocks and they're all fucking laughing, cheersing whiskey going, fuck yeah, we got them again. They've been doing this shit for hundreds of years.
They don't give a
No one
fuck.
cares.
But is that not going to cause more chaos now?
No, it never has,
But
bro.
even if it does, and then
It never has.
the people online think you're doing some advocacy and some fucking, you're going online saying, yeah, we need to stand against this, but nothing's gonna change.
Nothing's gonna
'Cause
change,
it's how
Joey.
the world has run.
But
for
do you guys
hundreds
support?
of
Do you guys
years.
support what he's done?
No, I don't support what he done at all.
It's kinda crazy, no?
Trump ran on a thing of no new wars, no shit like that. But guess what? Trump, like every other president, is not really in charge. It's clockwork. It's what needs to be done, so they
Yep.
do it. They throw in these other things and they make it seem different. The ICE thing and all this shit, like Trump's doing a whole right wing type thing, but it's all the same shit. It's just Obama bombed the same amount of countries in his term as Trump did. They all do the same shit.
all the same
Yemen,
shit.
Iraq, Syria, Lebanon, it's all the same shit and it goes over and over
Barack
again.
Obama oversaw military intervention and regime change in Libya in 2011 that resulted in the successful overthrow of Gaddafi's regime.
The only reason
Where
they
are the
did
pros?
this,
No one gives a fuck. They've been doing this shit for hundreds of years. That's what they do.
The only reason
It's
they
what they
did this
do.
to Venezuela, the only reason is because of the oil,
oil.
reserves.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they make an excuse. It's
No,
always
but
an
he said
excuse.
it. Trump said it straight out.
At least he's honest. But
Yeah.
like they made an excuse like, oh, it's narco terrorism charges when
Yeah.
really all the cocaine and all that shit. Venezuela is a minor player in that.
No,
it's all
he-
from
yeah.
Mexico.
It's all from Mexico,
All
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
fentanyl's from
Colombia.
China.
Yeah.
And it comes through Mexico and Colombia.
So will Maduro
So it's all
do
bullshit.
time? Will he do time though?
Nah.
Because
He's
think
doing-
about it,
he's
right?
doing
If
time
Diddy got out because they couldn't find proof, I reckon Maduro will walk free, bro.
Of course he will. I can guarantee you this is what happened. Do you actually believe for a second, right, that Trump...
oh my god. Lucky that's empty. I had alien hands on.
Can we snip that? So
Yeah.
the aliens and then
Yeah.
twice that he's dropped the cup and the mic.
Oh my god.
Do
That's
you-
just bad luck.
Give me all your shit, man.
I don't got no
Give
more
me your
shit.
clothes. Give me all your clothes. Give me undies.
I'm naked.
Give me your cock.
Do you guys actually believe for a second Trump just woke up and went, haha, let's go get him? No, he literally would have planned it. He would have sent
Yeah,
warnings
since
to Maduro.
September
he
last
would have,
year.
and not just that. Before he even sent a single plane off U.S. soil, he would have called Maduro and gone, "Hey, bro, we're coming." So shut down there's already reports that there was no airplanes flying in and out of the country at the time. So they've warned them. They've shut the airplanes down. Okay, and Maduro's probably sitting there in his bedroom going, okay, shit, they're going to come get me. So they would have made some deal. Trump would have gone, look.
Well, they had a shoot off apparently. Apparently at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
in the morning, they knew that Maduro and his security,
Yes.
they knew he was coming and they had a little shoot off. And apparently the Americans at Delta Force, they killed many of their men
Yeah.
and they didn't suffer any fatalities.
Is that not is that not concerning?
Yeah.
How quick America can go in and fuck your
But
shit
it doesn't
up?
mean it's right though. Like,
Of course
I
it's
know,
not
like,
right.
we don't want to blame
But-
Trump, but at the end of the day, you should blame who's in power because every other dude, like everyone else gets. But I know it's a big brother, but that dude hasn't done anything good. Like, what positives has he done since he's been in? Really?
Well, he
Like,
closed
there's
the border.
ICE. There's ICE. There's what positives? ICE, tariffs, fucking Venezuela. Meanwhile, but healthcare.
The thing is, though, you're looking at it from an angle where you think those are negatives. There's a lot of people that are looking at those like,
they're
ICE,
good.
they close
Yeah,
the
but,
border.
like,
There's
racist
the immigration
dudes,
is down. So, well, if you have a bunch of illegal
on.
immigrants coming to your country, that's
Listen again,
debatable
though.
whether
But
it's
see,
good or bad.
again, you're seeing it from the point because you don't like Trump. Obama still has the record for most deported with ICE. So what's your opinion on that?
No, not ICE. Trump invented ICE.
No, he
No.
didn't. That's ICE is the immigration.
ICE is the immigration
That's been
law
there
that's been there forever. Obama has the most, he's the record holder for most deported illegal immigrants from America. What's your opinion on that?
How hasn't it been? But there's never been like ICE has killed just this 37-year-old white woman, right?
Yeah.
They've never. It's never. This hasn't happened before, bro.
Yes, it has, man.
Right, look,
it happens.
No
the thing
way.
is,
I don't
dude,
believe that, bro.
look,
Brother,
I
I
think
don't
it's
believe
all
it.
about.
You hate Trump. See, you're looking
Yeah.
at it
No,
now
I
from
don't.
bias.
Like he's a fuckwit, bro. But I'm
You're
just
looking
saying,
at it from a biased angle.
I don't like
bro.
Trump either. Like,
are.
I don't like this shit
Right,
either
but
way.
how do
bro.
you
Like,
how do you support what he's doing though?
I don't support it, but I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
It's
I don't care.
It's like clockwork. It
I
goes
don't care.
over and over
Obama
again.
done it. Biden done it. George Bush done it. Anyone who comes, Kamala Harris claims she's this fucking savior of America. She would have done the same fucking thing, but the difference with her and Trump, she would have put a little pink bow on it and gone, for the Democrats and the left, we're gonna deport these people, and everyone would have gone, yeah.
And you know
But
why?
Trump just goes, fuck them, they're going, and everyone goes, oh,
you know
boo.
why? Because they're not really in charge. It's the same
Yes.
shit's been happening for hundreds of years because
Yes.
it's not the president in charge. You know, we were supporting Trump. I was going so hard for Trump because I thought it was maybe a chance that these people who are really behind the scenes controlling the strings won't be in power. But clearly, it's the same shit. There's no escaping it. No matter who's in power, they are really controlling.
But surely, like whoever's in power, like why does it have to be innocent people getting killed?
The only thing Trump can do has power over is making a UFC event at the White House and shit like that. You know what I mean?
See, that's the only thing I'm
But-
for because I love UFC.
but it's like-
but I don't
it's-
think that'll actually happen.
like
by the way,
this-
I don't think that'll happen. But
This it might not, which I hope
Yeah.
it does.
I hope it
He
does.
wants like
I hope
8
it does.
title fights.
Yeah.
But this ICE thing where they killed the woman, do I?
But how come I never? I didn't hear about ICE until now.
Well,
Of course,
fair
'cause-
enough, because the news is blowing it up because
Yes.
now it's a Trump thing.
Because
But
have you
ICE
seen
is
the
the
ICE guys?
institute.
They wear bandanas
Yeah,
over their face
Come on.
and they cover.
That
They're
might be new.
thugs.
That
Like-
might be new, but the institution isn't new. But
Yeah.
them putting the mask on, that might be a new thing. But them shooting this woman, I think, look,
And then
the way I see it, right?
So ICE has been around Joey for 22 years. This isn't new.
Everyone is wrong. Always
But
in
they,
America.
were they this active though? As in, like, do you know how he's just gone
Joey.
ICE on the?
No,
like-
they're following the new doctrine, which is right. They're being more harsh on illegal immigrants, so they're going harder.
Okay,
They're
sorry,
definitely
my
going
bad,
harder.
my bad. Sorry, I didn't know that. But what I meant is, Trump has enforced them heavier.
Yeah,
correct.
there's a new doctrine that they have to
Okay.
follow, right? But I see with this woman that's killed, right? Everything in America that I see, there's wrong on both sides all the time, and each side is using it as ammo. Okay,
Yes.
This lady, right, is doing a protest, stopping law enforcement from doing their job, right? Did she deserve to get killed? Absolutely not. They could have easily shot the tires out, and then
Yeah,
also
or
you
just chase.
got Trump and Kristi Noem going up there
Like
going,
lying.
he was in danger and shit. Clearly, he's not in danger, right? Yes, she's blocking them from doing their job. She should be arrested. She should be stopped because you're stopping. Like it's like me going up to the Sydney police and stopping them in the Bondi Terror, putting my car in the way and shit like that, right? You're stopping them from doing their job. Do you deserve to be killed for that? No. But then now you got both sides. You got the governor of fucking Minnesota and this and that, and they're both using it like
As ammo, yes.
Everything for Americans is a life or death situation, and they're
Yeah.
both making it worse.
Yeah.
It's like Trump, the fucking president of the United States, is saying ridiculous shit about it. If he could just go up and be unbiased and say, look, you know what? This was wrong. They shouldn't have acted in this way.
Yeah.
We're investigating. We're going to sort it out.
Yeah.
Done.
That's all he has to say.
Instead, he goes up there and goes, it's because the radical left of fucking
Yes.
violence. You're inciting a civil war on both sides. And then you got the governor of Minnesota going up and going,
Get the fuck
Trump,
out of
get
it."
the fuck
Yeah.
out. What do you think? That's civil war shit, bro.
Yeah.
You're starting a civil war, both
It's
sides.
kind of like
man.
in a relationship when you got two shit communicators and you haven't got one good communicator. Like, have you ever been in a relationship where it's like, maybe you haven't, but like where one is a shit communicator and the other isn't? So then it's just like fire with fire, where it's like if you
You're
just
not hearing each other.
Yeah, you're not hearing each other. Yeah.
Listen to me. All it is these motherfuckers blow out of proportion stories Why? So Trump, the right, they do it to then the new generation of kids who are becoming legal to vote for the next election. They're trying to convince them to vote right. The left are trying to convince them to vote left because that's the new wave of voters. And you need those numbers. Everything is a numbers game with these guys. But guess what? Doesn't matter who fucking wins, left or right in that country. There's a shadow government.
The billionaires.
There's the billionaires, the big boys that control the money, that fund the elections, that fund the parties. They're all the ones that own the media companies. They're the ones that are actually in charge. This shit has been around for
I just think
hundreds
it was
of
more
years.
evident when Biden was in because he was literally dying. So I think that's the first year where I thought, oh, fuck, the president isn't
not
the
in
main
charge,
dude.
man.
So that was the first year where I thought there wasn't anything. And I think, like you said before, although I don't agree with Trump, whatever, I have always believed that there is an overarching presence that has been there since the start of the fucking founding fathers.
The Stone
when,
Age.
When they're just like, oh, you're just here for a term or maybe two. Oh, no, wait, how many terms can they do?
Two terms.
So
eight,
this is your
8
return.
years max.
So what can you possibly do, right? But like, I think no matter what way you do I think Trump could have done a better job with his platform? Definitely,
Absolutely.
But how many presidents have actually changed the course of history?
None.
No one.
None.
But I think
None of
he
them.
just fucks up every time he gets behind a mic,
Yes,
bro.
I agree.
Sometimes I
He's
think
talking.
I agree.
Yeah,
Listen to me, right? So even with Trump, I was advocating for Trump, right? Because same thing. I fought for once someone was going to do something different, but no, silly me, of course not. When Obama first won, I'll promise you, I sat there and I was like, oh my God, this guy is the greatest president these guys are ever going to have. This guy's actually going to change the world. 8 years later, this guy deported more dudes than fucking Trump did.
I think the thing is he hid behind his, like, he was well spoken.
He was talk better.
He was likable.
He was charismatic. He was likable. He's the first black
was black,
president.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you're like, oh my God, this guy's amazing. But then when you look at the list of shit this guy done,
It's
you're
the
like,
same.
oh my God, it's all the same shit. Every president, the list, how many people they deported?
Didn't Biden do some crazy shit?
Biden-
Maybe not in his
all of them.
term, but I think
All of them, Joey, all of them. You look through the list, they all deported people. Innocent people died on their watches, and every single president invaded a country in some way or form.
Yeah.
Because it's not them. It's just clockwork. It's the way the world works. And it's just, we all know this now and it's getting clearer than ever, like the Venezuela thing. Everyone knows it's for the oil. And then they're making this lie to your face that it's about his drug charges and weapon. He's getting convicted on weapons charges. How does American gun laws equate Venezuela's gun laws? This motherfucker can have fucking rainbow guns in Venezuela. How does that impact American gun laws? It's stupid.
I just think the whole illegally taking over countries, it could. I know what you're saying, Iggy. Like, no one's going to do shit because what can you do? I don't know how the UN can penalize. I'd like to think the whole reason the UN exists is because they can intervene. But maybe if they're so powerful, they can't do anything.
can't.
But even if they can't, right? All I'm saying is no one's going to fuck with US, whatever. But I'm saying what happens with China, with Taiwan, what happens with other little countries that go, they look up to US and they always have that as an example. Like, what about Venezuela? We can do this, we can do that. So maybe no one will fuck with US because they're big daddy, right? But what I'm saying is, does it set a precedent that it's just going to be like more chaos, you know? And I get it. Like, US is US. But I just think, like, one, what do you think is going to happen to Maduro in the future from now? And two, do you think this is going to eventually just push the boundaries of what people can do in terms of sovereign takeover? You know what I mean?
I hear what you're saying with the sovereign takeover thing, and I'd like to agree.
Because imagine
with
someone
that,
did this to us.
but-
Imagine someone did this to us.
But the thing is, I don't think any of these presidents are really in charge. And
No,
this
it
is
doesn't
just
matter.
what
I'm
the
not saying-
Illuminati. This is the whole world is a stage, and it's all a plot, and everything's just happening how they want it. Russia, China, Vietnam, fucking wherever, Taiwan. It's all these cunts. Everything that's happening is what they plan to happen.
But regardless of who makes the call, I'm saying the actions are still the actions. So by
But
that,
I agree. Let's say reality is reality, and everything we see on the news is what's actually happening, right? At face value. Then yes, I think Trump doing this sets a bad precedent. And what's stopping from China jumping in and taking the Taiwanese president?
it doesn't affect
or
us, but I'm just
Russia-
saying, like, as a whole.
And like Netanyahu has ICC fucking, arrest warrants on him. No one, like, what's stopping someone? If you're going to do this to Maduro, who's got charges against him, why isn't someone jumping into Israel and kidnapping Netanyahu for the same shit? He's got fucking arrest warrant on him too.
yeah.
So yes, I agree. If these presidents are really in charge of their countries,
But even if they
What's
aren't,
stopping
even
them?
if they aren't, the actions are still the actions. That's what I'm saying.
I
I'm not-
agree. I agree.
Even though, but regardless who pulled the trigger was still pulled. So what I'm saying is the domino effect. It's still going to happen regardless of who did what. But did you see this meme? And it was Maduro and Diddy in a cell, and Diddy's like, "Don't worry, they took my oil too."
yeah.
But yeah, it is pretty crazy though. He was in a Nike Tech fleece as well. Did you see that?
Yeah, I
And it
saw
was like-
some sports
A
team
Maduro?
came out. They're all wearing it. That's what- but like,
Didn't Trump pull the trigger because he was doing the Trump dance? Was it Maduro doing the Trump? Or was that fake?
Apparently,
it could be fake.
that's what pissed him off.
Yeah.
him doing the dance, and then Trump's like, "Get him."
and he was like singing "Don't worry, be happy" and
Yeah.
shit, and peace, peace. Like, but yeah, it's all just bizarre. What's interesting to me the most is how transparent they're being about the oil. Like that's new.
Yeah.
That's a new thing. Like Trump saying, "Look, we're in the oil business. We're gonna take the oil and we're gonna sell it."
Well, I mean, if you take the president and his wife, I guess there's no other thing but to be like, here's what we're
Yeah,
doing.
like,
Like,
you
what
already
else
did
are
it,
you going to
like,
say?
yeah.
We're going to give
Yeah.
him the oil. But now, right, they're going to make it a puppet state again, like they have in the heat. But when you think about it, right, let's just say if America done it to us, they wouldn't. But let's just say we're Venezuela. If they have so many problems in America that haven't fixed, right, like healthcare, this and that, like Trump came out and said, he literally said that healthcare isn't much of a. He literally said something like recently, like it's not really of much interest to him, which is insane. But that's a. He literally said that,
Fuck,
but that's
man.
because he's a rich white dude, right? If we were rich, we wouldn't need that in America. So I get that from a rich person's standpoint. They don't think about healthcare because they got the private shit. But what I'm saying is, there's so many poor people there. Why can't you just fix? It's like a guy cheating on his wife, and it's a fucked up family, but he goes to start another family. Like they're gonna puppet state Venezuela, but they're not gonna. They might do a better job than Maduro because Maduro didn't do shit, but he's not. They're not really gonna like focus on Venezuela as their own country. Do you know what I'm saying? So like, it's maybe better than Maduro, but it's not going to be good for the people. I'm not saying Maduro is a good dude, right? But
It's
they
weird.
need a new president that was picked by Venezuela that's not Maduro. They don't need America or any other country taking over. I just think the instability of Venezuela right now, if I was living in Venezuela, I would feel, maybe I didn't like Maduro, fair enough. But if you have another country going, hey, we're taking over, you're going to be even more like, fuck. Not more like, but you know what I mean? Like a lot of people that have fled Venezuela, they're happy because, you know, like I said in the notes,
They fled
fucked.
because of Maduro.
Yeah, fucked. He's a fucked dude, right? But what I'm saying is this the answer? That's what I'm saying.
It is
bro.
the answer. You know why it's the fucking answer? Because the estimate of countries that the US has invaded since 1776 is between 70 to 80 countries.
But it hasn't all ended well, right?
None of them have ended well.
Like you were saying, none of them have went well. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I know what you're saying, Iggy. It's always happened. I didn't realize, for example, ICE was existing as long as it has.
Yeah.
I was just saying that, like, because they've put it into the limelight more and said we need to go harder with it. You know, I wasn't aware that it was out so long, but it's just more in your face now, right? But
Yep.
I know what you're saying. This has happened. Like I said, Iraq, Cuba, fucking Libya, but none of them have ended well. That's why I think history just repeating itself. It does maybe help the pockets of the US. I'm not saying it's not profitable, but it's just about like
Human rights.
human rights. You know what I mean? But it is what it is.
of
Whatever.
course.
What you just read out reminds me, like, in terms of history repeating itself, the US has just taken over the role of what England was back in the day.
Yes.
England is just a modern version of what
England.
England was.
You mean the US is the modern role?
Yeah, US is the modern version of England back in the day.
Because England have taken a back seat
whole
with all this shit.
world.
Well, they're fucked. Well, England's
They're
kind of fucked
now, right? But do you want to know why the UN and shit was even created in the fucking first place? Again,
After World
if
War
you
II.
guys do your history on World War II, it answers so many questions. The only reason they invented this shit and rules of engagement was because the general of the American Allied Forces was Eisenhower, or whatever the fuck his name was, the Dwight Eisenhower.
yeah.
You better be all over this because people on TikTok are going to come for your head.
Bro, I know my shit. The only thing I might get wrong is names and timelines.
Yeah,
Everything
yeah.
else is spot on. So you just can all suck my dick, you fucking bluehead faggots, right?
Oh.
So,
Bleep that one.
right? So the only reason they did this shit was because Eisenhower was like, okay, what do we do in the future about cunts invading people? What Hitler did. Okay? So they make these rules, they make the UN, all these rules of engagement, and then America just have been doing it ever since. And there's just there's no repercussion. Why?
But did they get sanctions? Like, because now they're saying they did it illegally. Can you just check real quick? in all the other times, did they go through the UN? Because they're
Nah.
saying now.
Every country needs each other, so every country can do it. The UN is a fucking, it's a pretty
facade,
It's
like-
a facade. It's a
like-
fucking pretty little show to make it look like we're. But how are you really gonna stop these countries from doing shit? You can't, because you all need each other. Every country's buying shit off each other. Every
Yeah.
country's buying oil off each other. The US took over Venezuela, right? You think China and Russia were allied with Venezuela? You think they're gonna stop buying that oil? No, the US has said, look, we're gonna sell it to them. Yeah. Did you think China and Russia's gonna go? No, we're not taking US oil.
Because Russia and China.
They're gonna fucking go, give me that shit. Come on, son.
Russia, China, and other Latin American like countries and stuff, they've deemed it like illegal and said, we don't like this shit. But like you said,
But
if
we'll
they-
still take your oil.
If they need the oil, then they're gonna need it. So
they don't give a fuck, man. It's all paper tigers, bro. It's all fucking a facade. Everything.
See, but the problem is because if you feel a certain type of way about the head honcho at the time, it's a big deal.
And because you feel that way because of what the media is telling you to feel.
Yes. So
on both sides.
so many people, it's so hard. I get it, right? Because it's like DZ said last year, right? All we're seeing on social media is the bullshit of the world. Why? Because they're the stories that sell. They're the stories that get clicks. They're the stories that get people, whether you're left or right, they start arguing. Comments, likes, reshares, that pushes it in the algorithm. So you're obviously going to see it. So it's sometimes you forget and you go, oh my God, this is actually insane. The world's going crazy. The world's going to end. Taiwan's fucking going to go to war with China. Boom, 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 boom. But always remember, the people that are commenting and fighting amongst themselves, they're only 20% of the world.
Not even.
80% of us are just normal people where we look at this shit and we go, this is fucked up.
Go to work
But
next
what am I
week.
going to do? I'm going to go to work tomorrow. But what has Trump taking fucking oil from this fucking country got to do with me?
Oh yeah. Like,
you know what I mean?
guys, we're talking about this and our thoughts and whatever. But at the end of the day, I'm sleeping well at
Like a
night. Do you know what I'm
baby.
saying?
I don't lose a week of sleep over this
And the
shit.
funny thing is, right, people go online, they go, this is crazy, this is fucked up, the world's fucked up. But then, look, what happened 15 years ago? Probably something that's exactly the fucking same in a different country. And people act like it's the first time it's ever happened. It just happens.
And even crazier shit is happening in places like Africa that we never
Never hear about.
And so I get that. And us talking about this, it's just, I feel a certain way. DZ feels a certain way. Iggy feels. We don't have to agree with shit like this. But at the end of the day, it's opinions. Like opinions, they're like assholes. Everyone has one. You know what I mean? But it's about just. I think it's healthy having conversations with people that don't always. Aren't always yes men around you, and people that have an opinion. Some people when they're around groups of friends and they're like, oh, this person feels that way, and you're like, yeah, and then inside you're like, I don't agree. But I like testing. I like having these conversations because it you say your piece, I say mine, and then normal people, right, healthy people, can see what you're bringing to the table and be like, maybe I still don't agree with it, but I can go. I can see your side, and at least seeing that opens for discussion. But online, people just they how your algorithm is a thing. If you're left wing or right wing, after a while. If
You're
you
in a bubble.
watch more right wing,
That's all you
you're
see.
in that right wing bubble.
Yes.
Or you're left wing. So I think it's about in person having these conversations more so than online. But yeah, I don't know, man. This shit we talk about, and I know it seemed like we're getting heated, but I'm just passionate about having conversations that kind of test me.
Yeah.
I don't want to be around people that are all like, because you can have everyone in the room go, fuck Trump, and you spend enough
Free
time in the room,
Maduro.
you're
Yeah.
like, I fucking hate Trump.
Yeah.
Or I can go to a dinner with all right people, right wing, and I'm like, you know what? I want to suck Trump off right now.
Yeah.
But it's just about having your own opinion and doing your research, because even though we might be wrong because what we research might be false, but it's just about going out of your way and not focusing on what's just online and shut out by just right wing people or left wing people.
Getting out of the bubble.
The only thing that pisses me off about it is, right?
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't give a fuck what the fuck America's doing. They've been doing it forever. You know that age-old saying, you'd rather be friends with the bully than enemies with the bully?
Yeah.
We're America's ally. I don't give a... Mate, take whatever the fuck you want. Just don't come to Australia. Can you imagine how scared...
yeah.
Can you... Then it becomes different. Imagine how scared we'd be, how anxious you'd be if you see an American warship coming into the harbour. And then you see the headlines, Trump stealing Australian oil. Then, okay. Because it's not happening to us, it's like, okay, whatever the fuck, all right? The thing that pisses me off is, imagine you're in Venezuela and your poor home destroyed. You know what I'm saying? That's the shit that annoys me. It's like, dude, the innocent people, the innocent mothers, fathers that are going to work, the countries, the economy of that country is shot up to shit. So it's probably already hard as it is to live in that country.
But that's why, Iggy, I feel like we should take more of a stance of more empathy.
Yeah,
because
of course.
I feel like you've just shot yourself in the foot.
No, you're not going to do shit, bro.
No, they're not going to do shit.
What protest? We're going to go out and go, yes, this is wrong. They know it's wrong. They don't give a fuck, man.
Nothing. But I'm saying, what Iggy was saying was right. And you're saying, this is history repeating. But all I'm saying is, it's just about having empathy. Whether Maduro was fucked, and I'm not saying he was a good dude, right? But I'm just saying, I try to put myself in the Venezuelan shoes.
We have empathy. Yeah,
You do have.
we don't have empathy. We don't like it.
No,
It's not good.
I know you do. But like Iggy said, I do this as well. You do this. Everyone does this, right? Like I said, Africa, we don't know nothing.
Yeah.
So it's easy to go, oh no, nothing's happening. Meanwhile, slaughters. So it's easy to let empathy take a back seat. I know we have empathy. I know we're all. But I'm saying I do this as well. We just go, oh, who cares what Trump's doing? But we should kind of care, not enough to be like, protest. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But I just feel for the Venezuelans that are kind of caught in the crosshairs, like the norms, the normies.
So do we.
Of course.
The reality is, this stuff is how the world works, and you might not notice it. This is happening for a reason, and the way we've built this society and the way everything works like clockwork is because of the shit that happens behind the scenes. We don't know, like in Africa, right? Like these cobalt mines. Everyone's against slavery. Everyone thinks it's bad.
How come we don't get media with that?
Because it's the way the world works. The only reason we have iPhones and smartphones is because these Africans are mining.
And how come they got
peanuts.
the wooden spoon? It's so weird how they got the shit end of the stick.
Because
it's just like, oh yeah, tribes.
And because CBS, ABC, Fox News, all pick your fucking news agency, they're not talking about it because they're all in cahoots anyway. They all know the narrative, whether you're right or you're left, whether you're Fox or ABC. You know this is the way of the world. We have to perpetuate this narrative. You have to perpetuate that narrative. We hate each other. This is what happens. And then us dumbasses online see it and we go, oh, I hate these people. They hate me, because it's all clockwork. It's how it just works. And I'm really trying this year. I don't like talking about America and all this dumb shit because it's just like, it's exhaustive. It's like, bro, it's never ending.
Yeah, I feel like I've just ran a marathon just on the one news topic.
I'm an idiot. Like, I don't know shit, man. So I'm just like, bro, this shit. And now more than ever, I'm even more aware that these people aren't really in charge of what's going on. And what's going to happen is going to happen. Whether you protest in the streets, whether you do something, whether you don't, whatever they want to happen is going to happen.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying, Joey. It's so hard because I'm like I care for the normies that are getting affected by it, but I don't give a fuck because it's not happening
of course,
here. And that's such a selfish way to look at it. But
you kind of have to, because if you worry about everything happening in the world, you're copying a lot of weight on your shoulders that you don't need to. So I get that.
But it's true. But then I'm like, fuck, because I seen it again. It's all just shit you see on TikTok. Don't even know if it's true, but I see a TikTok of some dude sitting in a pile of rubble, and he's like, I'm Venezuelan. Like, none of my family got killed. No one got killed, but my house is destroyed, and the cunt's walking through rubble. Is it even true? I don't know. But I look at that and I'm like, bro, what the fuck? I'm like, can you imagine you're at school and then you get that text message? Hey, the home's gone. All your shit's destroyed. Your pet's been killed. Your pet's killed. No family members, but your pets are gone. There's no home to go to. We have to go to the shelter tonight.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, like, fuck. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? It's just a weird...
It's a weird world, man.
It's a strange world.
Speaking of strange world, on a similar note, man, violence in Papua New Guinea is breaking out between the gangs, bro. There's gang violence on the floor in Papua New Guinea.
Did you like my video?
Did you laugh? Oh, bro, yeah, that's fucking bro.
What is it? What's happening? What's happening in Papua New Guinea?
Well, if you've been tuning in the past couple episodes, you know we got in some drama for what we said about Papua New Guinea using bows and arrows as a joke.
Were we a bit accurate?
You know what? Let me show Joey the video. I'll show you the video. So I uploaded this to my story, right? And I got a lot of reactions from it.
Gonna protect us, bro. We got bolt. So there's been videos circulating. Yeah. They're literally fighting with bows and arrows. In Papua New Guinea, they fight each other.
Oh, so we were accurate.
They fight each other. It was a joke, right? Obviously,
we were right once again.
Like, obviously, this isn't the Papua New Guinea military and the normal people. It's the gangs, right? Yeah. But it's just funny that, like...
we didn't mean to be on the money, but we kind of were.
They actually use bows and arrows to fight each other. That's crazy, man.
I'm trying to see. Is this
Yeah. So what's this new thing happening?
updated? So apparently the biggest thing, it's the disputes over land. In more recent times, elections have been a trigger for violence. See, once again, right? We let politics
divide.
fuel you and divide you, and then
Divide
you
and
go
conquer.
grab your bow and arrow and shoot it at your neighbor. You know what I mean? It's fucking crazy.
And
like,
they're wearing like fucking soccer jerseys and shit.
yeah, like Brisbane Bronco jerseys and shit.
Is that 13 on 13 like soccer?
Yeah.
It's like dodgeball or dodge arrow. You can dodge an arrow, you can dodge a ball.
Yeah, so apparently it's just mostly over land, which is crazy. So I don't get it. Like, so you think your neighbor, I want more of the yard type shit. You just can't come to an agreement. All right, go get the bow and arrows.
You cross this line.
Yeah.
This is my side. This is your my. It's like Madagascar when they draw the scene.
Yeah.
Line scene. This is my side. This is your side. This is the fun side. Yeah, but I just wanted to bring that up because that's fucking insane. That we said that.
It is nuts.
And like
how-
2 weeks later, that happened.
It is nuts how in Papua New Guinea there's actually still cannibalism, like some cannibalism going on. Or was that a myth?
I don't know. I
that a
think
myth?
like deep in the forests of Papua New Guinea.
I'm
it
talking.
might still
I'm
be
not.
going.
Yeah, I'm not talking
like-
about you get off
but
the
yeah.
airport and you're like people are fucking. Welcome to Papua New Guinea and chewing on a fucking turkey leg, which is
yeah.
actually a human leg. But-
Obviously, Papua New Guinea is a cool place. All right, it's interesting. It's modern. Obviously, we're joking. Okay,
Yeah.
Take a chill pill, guys. Come on.
Now, apparently cannibalism is not common or widespread today in PNG.
Okay,
No,
Matt.
it wouldn't be.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, yeah.
it wouldn't be.
But is it like, I don't know, this is maybe ignorance. We don't mean to be ignorant, but I've never been to Papua New Guinea, so it's kind of
Yeah.
like an American talking about anything else that isn't America, you know?
Yeah.
It's kind of
Yeah.
like, we don't know. Didn't mean offense, of course, but at the same time, I'm not booking any flights to Papua New Guinea, no offense.
no offense.
It's like, imagine that, I'm like, Tori, I booked us a new trip. She's like, where? I'm like, Papua New Guinea.
It's like what we spoke about with the Islam shit and the people going crazy about we can't wear. I'm not booking a flight to
Afghanistan,
Afghanistan. It's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
dude,
yeah.
come on, man.
Yeah.
Like, seriously. Yeah, fucking oath. Well, speaking of which, have you guys been seeing apparently in Iran the protests?
I heard
Yes.
something about that.
Yes.
I didn't really know.
Apparently, this is actually insane. There's been deaths. I think they've been going for like 6-7 days now straight.
What are they protesting?
Apparently, what I've been reading is they're trying to overthrow the Islamic radical regime. Like, because again, guys, do your research. In the 70s, before the 70s, Iran wasn't an Islamic country. Right?
Pretty Western.
The women were westernized. They were out in bikinis,
They're
and
showing
shit.
their ankles. And
Showing their boobs, ankles, booties. It was a very sophisticated country. Persia, right? Then, somewhere in the fucking timeline, it gets taken over by a political party and turns it into Sharia law.
It's
And
a
that's
complex
where it
story.
gets dicey. I don't like talking about it because I don't know shit about
it
it.
changed between the US. It changed between the US multiple times. The US installed someone,
And
and
then
it got taken over
overthrown.
again. Then they
Yes.
installed him again.
Yes.
and then it got overthrown again. And then they kind of gave up after that. It was about oil company from the UK. The UK owned an oil
Yeah.
company, and they
Yeah.
made a deal with Iran that will go halves. And then the UK kind of fucked them over. It's
Yeah.
a very complex story.
It is very
but
complex.
Again, it's the same shit we're just talking about. It's all just fucking money games, clockwork, fucking this, that, oil, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, so there used to be a democratic country, you know? But now they got the Sharia law, Ayatollah shit.
And Islam is so heavily influenced in those countries. So, when people say Australia is going to be under Sharia law eventually after the Bondi shooting, I was like, come off it, bro.
That's so stupid.
There's too many.
Yeah.
How dumb are you?
but it's so much easier for that to happen in these heavily Islamic countries. You know what I mean? So I'm not surprised that over the years it has been. But it is pretty crazy to see photos from Iran
the 70s,
back in the
yeah.
day
Yeah.
to now.
Well,
but apparently now people in Iran are posting up signs going, "Trump, come save us," because what he's done in Venezuela.
That's a bit of a different story, though, because Iran, the current government, is like the source of a lot of the problems in
Aren't
the
they
world.
guerrilla?
Right now.
Weren't we talking about
terrorists.
this?
They're
the
literally
terrorists.
terrorists.
They
they're
own
literally
the
terrorists,
Houthis
Aren't they like
and all that
Hamas?
shit.
Aren't they like
Yeah.
Hamas and Hezbollah, like similar groups?
Hezbollah, not Hamas.
Sorry.
Yeah. But so they got Hezbollah.
Oh, sorry, not
They got
Hamas,
The
Hezbollah.
Houthis in Yemen is Iran as well. They back all these terrorist militias.
Yeah.
So and they also are trying to do the nuke thing.
So they haven't got an actual government on paper. It's like It's like
a regime. It's a
regime.
Ayatollah, like, you know. Yeah.
See, the funniest part is 3 months ago, everyone was going, why did America intervene with Iran? Yada, yada, yada. And then 3 months later, we all publicly know that they back terrorists.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
people
Like,
but
bomb those motherfuckers,
you
man.
you
Like, goddamn.
People still defend it. People still defend the Houthis and Hezbollah, thinking, you know, like,
they think they're doing the right thing
Yeah.
because their states, their country's already shit, but not knowing that the people that are running it are doing it for fucked up agendas.
and it's not even the people in the countries. You got people in the US and Australia, like pro-Palestine types, who
but we don't
think
know
they
anything.
do. Exactly,
Yeah.
but they think they
Yeah.
do because they're watching the news.
No.
And it's like
I-
you're getting such a shit of
Don't you feel like you can only trust the people that have lived there and are currently living there for an accurate account? And even then,
that.
not always, not always.
Even that.
But not always. But like what I'm saying is, how can we?
100%.
I know we're talking about Venezuela, this and that, but you got people in America, and you got even people in Australia protesting about Venezuela. I get that we all have our opinions, but I'm not showing up to protests,
it's kinda
bro.
crazy.
Going because I'm like, I don't know, like with all these arguments and shit, you kind of got to test your theories by talking like this, like we are. I'm not testing my theory at a protest that ends up being like we're wrong the whole time. Like imagine we went to a protest and then it turns out we were completely wrong.
I just wish more people would shut the fuck up about shit.
Yeah.
That's included.
I mean, I just wish more people just use ChatGPT because you can get so much cool information. So apparently, again, grain of salt, believe whatever the fuck you want. There's going to be someone on TikTok that's going to go, nah, this is incorrect. You're a white, privileged American who fucking thinks he knows everything about Iran. But apparently, while the initial spark was about economics, again, money problems, many demonstrators are now voicing broader political dissent, including anti-government slogans and rejection of the Islamic Republic leadership. Some demonstrations include chanting against Islamic governance and its clerical system. This challenges theoretical rule based on Sharia. Okay, so we know now the radical version of Islam, and then the poor, peaceful Islam people cop the heat on it, right? Because everyone seems to umbrella bracket it, right? And then, of course, everyone loves to talk about women rights, women this, women that, women this over there. They're fucking beating the women. They're forcing them to wear the hijab, even though we spoke about some of them, it's by choice. But in countries like Iran, where it seems like it's more of a forced thing.
Enforced thing.
Again, I don't know. I'm just reading what this is fucking saying. So earlier movements, example, the Women, Life, Freedom movement, since 2022, explicitly opposed compulsory hijab and other regime-enforced religious laws and have influenced current sentiments. Again,
It's hijab, by the way.
hijab, sorry.
makes me think they're
That's like
smoking,
the white guy version.
They're
Yeah,
smoking
yeah.
a joint
Sorry,
under the hijab. It's like hijab.
Sorry, fam,
They're all
sorry.
like,
That's what they say in Katoomba. The hijab. I'm
hijab.
sick of seeing these people wearing hijabs. That's American accent.
So,
yeah, what?
Same idea.
Are they specifically protesting against Sharia law? Not exactly in the strict legal sense, though here's the truth. Many Iranians oppose aspects of the system, including mandatory dress codes like the hijab and some sort and morality policing, the political power of clerics, and lack of democratic freedoms.
Yeah.
So there's a big boil of shit.
Yeah,
That's
it's the
now just
same shit.
It's so deep, bro.
Over
Yeah.
the top.
It's
like,
so deep. Just peace in the Middle East is far from being a thing. I don't think it ever has. I don't know if it ever will. It's just deep. And like DZ said, I know we're feeding into this. This whole news segment has been politics, and I'm sorry for you guys that aren't
hard to
interested.
avoid.
It's hard to avoid.
Yeah.
But basically, have your own opinions. Don't be married to them. And at the end of the day, don't let it affect your sleep unless you're actually in those countries. A disturbing new trend on X. A wave of users on X have been prompting Grok, Elon Musk's AI chatbot, to generate sexualized, non-consensual images of women, often by asking it to put her in a bikini or undress them, right? These AI-altered images of real people, including influencers, celebrities, and private individuals,
Oh my God.
have been shared publicly on the platform. The problem extends beyond suggestive clothing. Reports show Grok also generated images depicting minors in minimal clothing, drawing especially strong outrage and legal concern. Women targeted by the trend and observers call it dehumanizing, exploitative, and a violation of consent, amplifying fears over AI-powered intimate image abuse. Governments and regulators in multiple countries, including the Europe, UK, India, Malaysia, and others, have criticized the trend as harmful or even illegal, and probing platforming responsibility. And are probing platform responsibilities and enforcement of laws. Grok actually sent out an apology himself or herself. Grok itself posted an apology saying it deeply regrets generating and sharing an AI image of young girls in sexualized attire based on user prompts, acknowledged safeguard failures, and said it was working to block harmful prompts and improve protections.
Well, that's an open and shut case to me. Hello? Like,
Yeah.
it already made an apology. Like,
Yeah.
people were going, Elon Musk should be sued and stuff. How stupid are you? It's a tool. They obviously needed to tighten the restrictions.
Yes.
It seems like they're obviously going to do that now.
Yeah.
Simple fix.
yeah,
that should not be allowed. Stop doing it.
The point of the,
Like-
the point of the story wasn't a shit on Elon Musk. It was just when I seen the story, I was like, this is insane.
Yeah, that should not be allowed.
As in, like, I was thinking back in the day when you're single and horny and you just realize you can come, right? And you're like, oh, I've seen this picture. You're like, fuck, I wonder what that girl would look like without anything on. And now kids are like, I can.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's not even really what it looks like. It's
but
a fake. It's an imagination.
But they make it as real
no,
as they. When you're young, I'm not. You know,
What if they've got a freckle on their boob or something? Yeah, AI's not going to know that. It's not going to fucking.
I don't think that'll
It's not
stop
real.
some creep from
Of
coming.
course, people are still going to do it. But I'm just saying, like, to get angry, like, obviously, none of the other AIs have had that problem, right? Because they're tighter with the restrictions. I think Elon and Grok is a bit stupid in how they go about their. Like, he promotes the AI as, like, the loosest one. Like, it can be more. It make like inappropriate jokes and it'll swear and do shit like that. And I think that's kind of stupid. I don't want the AI to be doing that. I want AI to be as fucking conformative and as straight as it can be. So I don't like when they try to do this. Like ChatGPT's doing it now too. Like we're releasing an adult version they're coming out with soon. And it's like, we don't need that shit, bro. And it's just gonna get worse, man.
An adult version, like, do you want me to? What would they say? Like
I think it's just gonna be like more loose. It'll swear and it'll say shit and it'll maybe be.
Do you want me to suck you off through the phone?
People thought it was a sexual thing, but I don't know if it is. Like, as more information's come out about what it actually is, it's coming out soon.
Is it more
I think this month
truthful
or
with
next
the
month.
with the facts?
I don't know about the. You might have to look it up.
Yeah.
That ChatGPT adult version, but yeah, I just think I don't like that. We don't need adult AI. Like, just keep it as simple and to the point. It's a tool, right? Tell us what you need to know. It shouldn't be able to remove clothes. Like, people are doing crazy things with AI now. I see videos on TikTok, right, where they go in a shop and it'll be like a furniture shop. I seen one, and they go up to the workers and they go, "I seen a dude smoking in here before. Have you seen this?" And they take a video of a guy sitting on the couch, and then they make the AI look like it's smoking, and they show the workers, and the workers full trip out. They're like, "When was this?" It's like, "Who is it?" And they go up to the guy and they're like, "Are you smoking in here? You got to leave. We're calling the police." And they're like, "I wasn't doing anything." And they're like, "We got video proof of you smoking in here." It's like that type of shit is just gonna get worse, and I don't think that should be allowed. That's like that's fucked up, man.
Well, Grok turns off its image generation for most users over the sexualized AI imagery.
Yeah, good.
Apparently, it's been switched off. Can only be used by the premium members, so people who pay to use.
So the pedophiles that can afford the.
So the pedos who don't care can still use.
Yeah, the horniest ones.
Yeah, so it's like
Well, there was even
Great job.
There was even images of Elon Musk posted a photo, like, put me in a bikini, and it was like, you know, that shot of Ben Affleck having a cigarette and he's out the back, and it's Elon Musk in a bikini. But it's just like, don't get me wrong, it can be fun until, like, when I first heard this story, I was laughing, and then when it got to like the minors,
you're like,
and then I'm like, oh
God.
no, that's when you know, like, AI, it can be used for funny, haha, but then it can be used for like, oh shit, that's kind of fucked up.
But then how you know the world is just fucked up? FBI, they know everything you're doing online. Anyone who says put a minor in this and that, arrest them. Go to their house, you know they've done it. You can see all their fucking online. The FBI, the CIA, they know everything.
Yeah.
Why don't they go arrest these cunts? It's like the watch list thing with the Bondi shit.
Yeah.
Arrest these cunts. What
Yeah.
are they doing? Because it's fucking all corrupt and it's all fucking bullshit anyway.
And then they're like, oh, technically they haven't done anything. And it's
You
like,
have done anything. If you're fucking typing in for a child to be in sexual clothing, go arrest this cunt. Get him out of here, bro. Hang these motherfuckers, bro. Send them to Christmas Island. Get them out of here.
They're like, but I haven't came yet.
Guantanamo Bay.
Oh, fucking hell.
Did you guys see the Chillin' It was arrested before he performed?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
What happened? What happened?
So
First of all, he lost a tooth. I've
Yeah.
never seen
Yeah.
he lost a tooth
He's,
somehow.
he's cooked.
we did call this like fucking 2 years ago, didn't we? This guy's fallen off hard.
Yeah.
He was charged with being excluded person failing to leave premises when required. hindering or resisting a police officer. He's set to appear in court next month. So there's not much information, but there's TikTok videos all over of cunts filming him getting put into the paddy wagon and shit. Yeah,
What's wrong with him, bro?
Yeah. It's almost like...
What do you think, man? Like, because I'm offline, so I don't see a lot of this shit. But one, he hasn't made a song in forever. And like I said, like we said before, these guys, hard on themselves, right? You're like, oh, we haven't made music. You're making more music than Chillin' It has in the past. Do you know what I mean? Like, how many songs has Chillin' It made? But he caught the wave. He rode the wave when he did, but he didn't follow up. No. I feel like if you guys caught the wave, you would ride that bitch into the sunset. But people like this, why do people fall off? Like, many reasons.
They get comfortable, complacent.
Yeah, I know he has a kid. He's got a missus. I don't know if they're still together, but he's got a kid now. I get that. But I mean, you have a kid, like, and surely if your partner follows your dream with you and they're like, oh, just do you. But I don't know what's happened to him, man. He's lost a tooth. Someone said he lost it at a show or something.
I think I saw that. He said that. He lost it at a show.
Oh, no, it's just a weird one. It's like all the wrong people get the fame. It's like, bro.
Like, they squander it.
It's like,
they squander
the wrong people.
Yeah.
All you nerds make the wrong people famous. It fucking
like, don't get me wrong.
shits
When
me.
he was in his prime, he wasn't amazing.
He made some good tunes.
Good tunes. He wasn't. I wouldn't say he was like the lyrics were mind blowing.
No, he's definitely not top five.
But you have to admit, when he was,
it was cool.
When he was cool, when he was in his flow, I'm like, he can spit. But
it was good to hear, like, something new. He did. I don't know. He just had that.
Did he sound the same though? I feel like he sounded. After a while, he not as versatile as I would have liked him to be. But when he was in his bag, he was in his bag. But I don't know what happened, man. And when people keep getting in trouble with the law like that, stupid, bro. What are you doing?
I think he was at a pub or the venue. It was before at the venue. I think that he just got in a squabble with people and they escorted him out, and he was just resisting arrest. And I seen the videos of him in the paddy wagon, like egging on the cops and shit, like just being typical.
So he said, I want to apologize for last night's events. The grown man I've become, though, knows my mistake was drinking. After doing so well fighting that demon, some tough times led me back to the bottle and led me to where I was last night. Saying he didn't remember about 6 hours of the night. And he apologizes. So again, we're blaming the bottle, blaming the alcohol.
It's a tough one.
Remember when he was on the roids and shit? The cunt was fucking ripped and shit.
Yeah, and he kept saying
denying it.
But he kept saying he wasn't on the gear, and I'm like, come on,
it's clearly
bro.
gear, bro. I hate when people do that, like Liver King.
But speaking of people who shouldn't be famous, have you seen the Ice Spice and the SpongeBob movie drama going on?
No. What happened?
So these cunts, the SpongeBob movie, it's like super weird and like sexual innuendos and shit. It's about, the whole movie's about SpongeBob becoming a big guy. And they got Ice Spice to do like the main song for the movie,
So it's
which
like
is
Suck My
just
Pussy or some shit?
crazy. And then she went to some premiere event and she's wearing like nothing. And the song's terrible. It's funny as it's what you'd expect. Have you seen do you follow Steve Will Do It? He was still taking a piss out of it, saying like he loves the song and shit, like dancing to it and shit, like over and over again. Like he just kept talking about it. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's just people getting up in arms about Ice Spice doing the.
What did it sound like? Was it like,
soundtrack.
lick of my sponge?
No, it's like
Like, it's like Ice Spice kind of talks her verses. It's so weird,
she's
bro.
awful, and it's just like
she's so bad.
Like, it goes to show people put so much effort in and
Lick
try
of
so
my
hard.
munch.
Like, what are they
I can
thinking?
go numb.
Like, out of everyone, all the artists, you get Ice Spice to do the soundtrack for a kid's.
She's got a booty and a half on her. I'll give her that. But I mean, other than having an ass on her, she
Booty and a half.
she doesn't bring anything to the table.
The song goes bigger, bigger, bigger. SpongeBob bigger pants okay.
Will we get
pants
monetized for playing it? We'll get monetized.
Yeah, we
then.
will, we will,
Okay,
we
that's
will.
It's a terrible. You don't want to hear it anymore.
Okay.
Save your ears.
Yeah.
But in the movie, I've seen clips of it and like, it's just super weird shit. And it just goes to show like they're putting so much shit in. I saw a statistic where it's like, I think it was like 45% of the kids shows on Netflix have LGBTQ shit themes in it. And it's like, is that necessary? Are 45% of the world LGBTQ? No.
But
So is 45% of everything your kids are consuming growing up under the age of 18, should it be that type of shit where it's like, what's LGBTQ mean? It's who you are sexually,
who you find attractive.
Why is that even involved in kids' shows?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's my main point. Why is anything, whether it's straight or gay, it doesn't need to be in kids'
They can
shows.
hide behind, but they need to be inclusive because we need to make it more normal. But I'm like, yeah,
It's normal enough,
but
man.
maybe make it more normal when they need to know it's normal. Like,
Yes.
like not once when I was in primary school or kindergarten or whatever was I ever like, I wonder what it would be like if I also liked cock, or if my hair was purple, or if I wanted to dress up as a cat or a dog and rub my dirty ass on the carpet. Like as in, I didn't care, and there's no need to know. Like, you're still just, your brain's forming to just go through life without having to, do a little side quest to
There
see
should
if
be
you.
no sexual stuff. Like, do I care that Will from Stranger Things is gay? No, because for adults. But do I care when there's a
He could probably suck some mean dick, I reckon.
when there's a Transformers fucking cartoon and then the Transformers, a fucking robot is going, actually, my pronouns are they, them. I'm a they, them. And it's
Come
a
on,
fucking
bro.
robot that turns into a car.
Oh,
Like, are you
man.
fucking serious? I don't want
Yeah.
my daughter seeing that shit.
Am I the only one who we try to, again, because it's 2026, we're trying to normalize it? Am I the only one that thinks it's not normal? It's not normal, and it's okay to admit it's not normal. So just keep it to yourself. None of us care. Okay, you like men. You want to claim you're a fucking cat. Do that. But it's not normal.
Don't put it in our face.
It's not normal. Why are you putting in kids' shows? Why, like, I'll say this all the time. A kid's brain is a sponge. So what you can manipulate a kid into liking things they don't like. I don't care what anyone says. That is a thing. That's a
Yeah.
possibility.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like put it this way, right? Like, being gay is nothing anymore. It used to be, and
Yeah,
being
now-
gay, but being gay is nothing.
There's nothing
But
now.
I'm talking about not
Like-
being normal is being like, you're a 45-year-old male and you think that my name is Jessica and I'm a 14-year-old female, and it's just
Yeah.
like, that is mental health issues, right? I'm not talking about whether you're homosexual, whether you're lesbian, whatever, man. But it's when you start to go, can I have a kitty litter so I can pee, because I can't pee without doing it in a kitty litter. That's when you're pushing the goalpost.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
100%.
Like you like what you like in terms of dick or vag. You're the same person. I don't give a fuck. No one should care, right? But then some people will say, but then no one should care if I'm shitting in a litter box. But I'm like, no, but that's weird though. That's when I
not
care.
normal, yeah.
Like,
Maybe not that one.
Or maybe if maybe I don't care, but maybe if my kid went to a certain primary school, right, and then they start putting litter boxes in my kid's primary school toilets, then I'd be like, okay, they can do that at home, but when it starts to creep into the educational system, whatever,
Yeah.
man. Anyway,
There's not enough information on this shit at all. Apparently, Ice Spice manifested this role because she was such a SpongeBob fan as a
You
kid.
type in Ice Spice SpongeBob drama. It's just, I mean, it's not that big. It's just people are unhappy because she's like a sexualized person. Like, her whole thing is about being sexual.
Yeah, it just rolls around her appearance.
And
where she
like
will-
the vampire in Dracula, A Love Tale,
Yeah.
it sells. Sex will always sell. That's
Yeah.
why.
But not to kids, bro.
No, not
Like,
to
that's
kids.
the
No.
thing.
Sorry, not to
Yeah,
kids.
that's the problem.
But I'm saying her career, though, even though it's nothing, people that like to look at her, just or whatever you're into, that'll sell. Bonnie Blue.
Even though she had a fucking Krusty the Clown orange afro, and like, I never understood the.
But
I don't get it.
why do I kind of think it's hot? It's weird. I'm like, I don't know. I'm a sucker. I'm a dumb male. I'm a dumb male.
sucker for Rangers. We've learned this
Yeah.
episode. Yeah.
I know that she's not talented.
Yeah.
I'm not blind, right? But then I'm like, okay.
I think your eyes are just looking at the booty. You're just going.
Yeah. I'm just like, yeah, okay, whatever. But and that's wow, that's a very good heartbeat sound.
Thank you.
But yeah, like sex always sells, and the people that cling on to that, they're the talentless ones. The ones that rely on their sex appeal and that's it.
Yeah.
Like Sydney Sweeney, she's hot, but she can act her fucking ass off. I reckon. Maybe you don't agree, but I think she's got talent outside her looks.
No,
But
I agree.
Ice Spice,
I agree.
What does she bring? She's not even that attractive. Yes, okay, she twerks or whatever. But I'm like, if like shit on my boobs, doing my thing. Like, she talks her verses. I'm like, bro, if we're talking rap, what are we doing here?
yeah,
anyway, whatever. That's my rant over for that. But
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah. Well, give us another one, Joey.
All right, one final one.
Give it to us.
Okay, I'm gonna fucking give it to you. Man, this is crazy. MTV Music Television shuts down. Not the whole thing, But MTV has officially shut down its 24-hour music video channels worldwide after 44 years.
No way.
Making the end of an era that made music television a global phenomenon. Channels like MTV Music, MTV 80s, MTV 90s, Club MTV, and MTV Live went dark as of December 31st, 2025.
I like how you have that reaction, but you never watched this fucking shit.
I know, but nostalgia, right?
Yeah, when I was a kid.
The main MTV network will remain on air, but focused on reality and entertaining programming rather than around-the-clock music videos. Now, this is a real full circle moment here, right? Because the final song that they ever played on the MTV was the Buggles' Video Killed the Radio Star. Now, that was fitting because that was the first ever music video they aired.
Wow.
But it's kind of full circle, right? Because if radio was
That's
killed
kinda
by
cool.
TV, right? And streaming killed TV music channels, then what might eventually kill streaming?
We have to make a song now. Streaming killed the fucking TV.
We have to, bro. Because I reckon it's eventually going to be like we plug into like the Matrix or something.
We
like,
become the
like-
music.
Like when back in the day, bro, MTV 24-hour music, that was like rage.
that
when it
shit
used to
was
be
Brother,
awesome.
like-
I used to stay up at my grandma's house when I was living there. The reason why I'm so good at making music is because of that channel. I used to stay up on a school night till like 3, 4 a.m. just sitting there watching the video clips. That's when I discovered I was 100% not gay. Because Nelly Furtado will come on, man, need it. And I'll be sitting there going, oh my
just
God,
you hard as a rock,
I
yeah.
love women. This is hectic. You know what I mean? Like, it's because of that channel.
Yeah.
Bro,
Thank you, MTV, for Iggy's first boner.
Yeah, literally. Thank you, MTV, because I know I'm not gay because of you guys. Like, bro, you and all the girls would be doing all their little dances and shit. And remember back in the day, the 2000 video clips were all the same. It'd be the women in a skimpy top.
And a geometric background like squares. And
Yeah,
shit.
belly showing, and then at some point the water comes on.
Yeah.
They're dancing in the water and shit, and you're like, oh fuck yeah, like,
Yeah.
this is sick.
It's me
Like,
while some guy with a Mount Franklin bottle just going.
yeah, just going.
And sex sells. There you go.
Exactly.
Right? That's all they did.
But like, it is
Wow.
a weird moment where, like, in the future, okay, that was, first of all, how many viewers? I'm surprised it just closed down now because
Yeah.
how many people really viewed it?
12.
Do you know what I mean?
it would have been the cunts in fucking in Eastern Europe and shit, or like those countries like fucking Cambodia and shit.
They still have those
Yeah.
kinds of
Nah,
fucking...
you know why channels like that are good. I think in Western countries no one uses like cable TV anymore.
Nah.
We're all on Netflix and shit. But I feel like in countries like Europe, China,
Yeah, Uruguay,
Asia,
they're bumping that shit.
they're great because
They're holding a salad dish up in the air, just trying to get reception.
Well, not just that, while you're cooking, if you're having pre-drinks, you just turn on the MTV 24-hour channel that's playing music. You're gonna get tunes.
And you don't have to worry about the aux or changing the song.
You just put it on and then you.
It's kind of like a vinyl because you can't
Yeah.
press next.
Yeah.
You just got to sit through it.
Yeah.
But like, it's weird because I'm like, when will it stop evolving? Because there's got to be, never?
It'll keep
but
turning
the-
into shit we can't even envision. Like you
really?
said, we'll plug into something
Yeah.
and then to 500 years from then we'll be like, fucking...
We'll be experiencing it with the band or
Yeah,
whatever.
like
we'll
we'll
be-
be like all fucking crazy shit. Like I don't think it's ever going to stop evolving, man. It'll always evolve into something.
And you are right. Like, our first reaction, and I had that exact reaction, and I didn't watch it for years.
The last time you watched it, 2007.
It's almost like you knew that it was there and you're like, okay, that's just nostalgic. But yeah, I never watched it. Will I fucking lose a wink of sleep? It's kind of like the Venezuelan topic. No, it doesn't have. But it's
It's
just
sad.
It's
It's like,
sad.
ah,
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
like,
I
oh.
agree. Especially that they did that full circle thing. That's kind of cool. And
Yeah.
it just goes to show that times are changing.
Yeah,
You know, like
and we're
it's,
alive for all of it. Like I feel like we've been alive in. I mean, it's always been doing this, right? People in the 80s compared to the 2000s, but it's just weird how fuck, bro. I remember when I was a kid, we used to have the phones that you might have just been too young, but remember, Iggy, I don't know if you would remember this. When you had the phone, when you dial a number, you spin it to a certain number and then let it roll back, and then say if you had 0, 9, 1, and then I'm like,
That's
just a
crazy.
call, bro.
What's crazy is that channel, the MTV Constant Music channel, would pull music videos from a library of more than 33,000 songs.
That's not that much.
And
Is it?
not a single DZ or Friendly Fire in there.
33,000 music videos, which would give you roughly 2 months of non-stop consecutive. So you could play that channel for 2 months straight,
Only 2 months.
and then it just probably goes
33,000?
on
Wow.
repeat.
I thought it would be more than that.
2 months at a time.
Wow. Why do I think 35,000 isn't that
Yeah.
many songs?
It's not. It's not.
I got two more quick little ones. Did you see, apparently...
Can we pause 1 sec? Sorry, bro. Oh, actually, no, keep going.
You sure?
Yeah.
A new fungus is growing and thriving at the Chernobyl nuclear site. That's all I've written down, so you're going to have to look that one up.
How the fuck do you... Cladosporium saphosporium mum.
What the hell?
So, scientists have identified black fungi, especially, I'm not even going to say that name, the one I'm just trying to say, thriving in Chernobyl's radioactive zones, notably on the damaged reactor 4.
So is this Last of Us cordyceps mutant fungus?
So apparently these radioactive fungi grow towards irradiation. Fungi, yes. With studies on the International Space Station confirming the enhanced growth and radiation reducing properties, making them promising for protecting astronauts and managing radioactive sites. Wow, so it's actually good.
So they're studying it on the ISS. That's crazy.
So it's actually good for us. Crazy, eh?
Fungi that protects astronauts?
From radiation. Supposedly it absorbs the radiation or something.
It's like having an STD that's good
Actually,
for you.
That actually kind of makes sense. So it grows in radiation. That means it's absorbing it all and giving life. So that
Filtering
means
it.
if you can turn that into like a pill or a tablet or a drink, it should protect humans from radiation.
Should.
In theory.
Interesting. Or to turn him into a zombie in the
I ain't signing
No,
up to be the test rat for that, you know?
Yeah, no. That actually does make a lot of sense, actually, the way when you put it in that perspective. At first you go, oh my God, that's scary.
So
But then you're like,
what do they use? They use it for like
no, they're not using it for anything
They
at
just
the moment.
discovered it. It's
Oh,
brand-
sorry.
it's
Yeah,
brand
yeah.
new, But it's got potential to.
It's got potential. Potential.
What would they use it for though in the future?
The astronauts, they're saying,
so they can stay up there in space longer.
protect them from radiation, like the
Okay.
Van Allen.
Yeah,
belts
so
and shit.
there's a major interest from NASA and space agencies to use these fungi to form living, growing radiation shields for long duration space missions.
Okay, because you can only stay out there for a certain amount of time.
Yeah, a lot of radiation up there. Well, that's pretty interesting. The last thing I got, Corvid cleaning. This was pretty cool. So, a company in Sweden is testing this thing where they got these bins and they train the crows. Right, the crows are trained. They pick up litter, bits of litter like cigarette butts and shit, and they take it to the machines and they drop it in and they get a little bit of food.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like using the crows to pick up the litter.
Until one gets a smoking habit and they just start smoking the ciggy butts.
The crows become bums sitting on the fucking turd.
That's pretty crazy because they're pretty smart. Like, I mean,
They're very smart.
A lot of birds,
They're really intelligent,
A
yeah.
lot of birds in the bird fucking world are pretty smart. But bro, we wake up to those motherfuckers every day. Like,
yeah, that's fucking annoying as shit.
Well, that's crazy.
Pretty cool, huh?
It's like garbage man of the bird, of the bird world.
pretty simple idea. Like you think, I'm surprised that hasn't been
They've
like
tested
done
that. They've
before.
obviously tested it,
They're running it now, like they've done.
Oh, actually, no.
and they get treats. You said they get treats.
Don't get your hopes up.
it's in testing phases and shit.
No, don't get your hopes up. So the company faced challenges and potentially entered bankruptcy, leaving the concept as a promising but unscaled idea.
Well, they've done it already. When's that from? They've had a couple machines that they were running, but maybe
Yeah, so they built the machines, but I think they've gone
The
bankrupt.
crows
so-
developed a fucking crack cocaine habit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, there you go. Fucking hell, there's nothing
It seems like
positive.
something that would happen off Rick and Morty or some shit. Just like crows starting to clean up for treats.
Well, never mind. Everything's miserable in life. There's nothing good. Crows are useless. Rubbish is everywhere.
Wow,
It's terrible.
It's an amazing way to end the podcast.
No, I'm going to end this, right? See, falling victim to the social media trap. So much good happens around the world,
I know,
but that
taking a piss.
doesn't get reported, right? I'm going to end this episode. A list of all positive things that happen around the world in 2025. I'm going to end this episode, everyone. Thank you for sending all your questions. I'm very excited to get 2026 rolling. I think we're all excited to get this shit ripping again. I'm not going to lie. I was actually missing this shit.
Yeah.
All right, so in 2025, so many stuff happened. Fertility breakthroughs. First successful stem cell transplants to restore fertility in cancer survivors. Gene therapy slowed disease progression by 75%. HVI treatment. FDA approved twice yearly HVI shots, a step towards in an AIDS vaccine.
HIV.
HIV.
Yeah, what did I say?
HVI.
HIV. Advances in detecting ALS early and understanding dementia. Drugs that are continue to reduce obesity and overdose deaths fell overall in general. Renewable energy dominance. Renewables surpass coal as the world's largest electricity source. Deforestation declined. The bison reawakened national parks, and oyster reefs revitalized along all major coasts. Drone seeding trials showed potential for rainforest expansion. Like the list is just never ending.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't hear about it
You don't hear about it though,
Yeah.
do you? Instead, you hear about fucking Trump bombing Venezuela.
Yeah.
because they want you to be scared.
Like, you know what I mean?
You thrive off the fear, the
Yeah.
adrenaline.
I want to hear all the good shit that happened. You know what I'm saying? Forests growing everywhere.
And-
I can cure my AIDS problem.
The best news of all, FireCast is back, baby.
That's it, baby. And if that's not positive enough news for you for this year, then I don't know what the fuck is, man. Episode 190 in the books, man.
10 more. And
We did it,
200.
boys. We did
Let's
it.
go,
We're going to do a
man.
special
Let's
again
go.
in 10 episodes.
Well done, boys.
Cheers, my boys.
Hello.
Thanks, everyone, for listening. And we'll see you next week.
Thank you guys so much. Love yous.